How a VTuber setting boundaries turned into a disaster. Ay, 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 ay.
As a shock to you, but the idea of being railed live on a Twitch stream is not really a new concept. Because back in 2022, that's actually exactly what happened. A woman streamed herself with her boyfriend behind her, and it was just
I remember that clip. That shit was crazy.
so blatant, so obvious that it went absolutely viral. In fact, I can't even show you the full clip because it's that blatant. This video will get age restricted. But yes, this is actually real. And back in 2022, people were shocked not just because of the act itself, but because it was done on a website where the youngest allowed age to make an account was 13 years old. So
it was on Twitch.
obviously, a ban was expected. But the thing is, people were shocked yet again, even more so than the first time, because they realized Twitch banned her only for 7 days.
I didn't know that. I thought she got permabanned. Damn!
Effectively giving her a 1-week vacation for getting her cheeks clapped live on stream. But here's the deal. This was someone who didn't really have a large following. In fact, she barely had any following at all. So here's the question of the day. What if this happened to someone with a large following?
Fuck! I miss being niche! I miss it! I miss it! I miss when no one gave a fuck about my goddamn name!
In fact, let's make it even more interesting. What if this happened to a VTuber? What's fascinating about this question is that they could technically do this and get away with it without suffering any consequences, because how would you prove it? You're simply only shown their model. Well, the good news is that for anyone asking themselves these very important questions, they now finally have an answer. This is because the VTuber Deme found herself at the heart of a scenario that looks just like that. And it was a disaster. What started out as a simple post
God, dude. Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with NSFU art of me. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. What do you think of when you see it? If I'm being honest, if you want to see this as me being hypocritical because I love lewd art or something like that, I think you're pulling strings. I think you're genuinely pulling strings and etc., etc. I said it right there. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Because I like sexy or hot things. I literally said it right there and there. I never had an issue when it comes to lewd art or like sexy art. Like literally, I've never had an issue when it comes to sexy art. Never. I just don't personally. Do I have something against porn? Not even. I support like people who do Fansly and OnlyFans. I don't really give a fuck what people do in their spare time. I don't really care. I'm not against porn. I just personally don't really like porn of me. That's it. And if people want to draw porn of me, I don't really care about that shit. Just don't put in the art tag. That's it. Literally. Like, it's just a character in the end of the day. So, like, it is what it is. This post was for the people who cared about my opinion on that. That's the reason why I made it. If you look at the comments of this post of what I made, I literally said, like, oh, yeah, no. Like, the people were replying, but Deme, oh, Deme. How about the Rule 34 rule? There's always going to be porn of everything, right? I don't care about that. That's not what I'm trying to talk about here. I'm talking about the people who are genuine fans who didn't know my take, and I wanted to let people know my take, because this message is not for people who, like, just want to make porn of me and whatever. No, it's for the people that, like, are fans of me and thought that I was okay with it, and I wasn't okay with it. That was it. I don't really give a fuck if people draw the VTuber like that. It's just, like, don't put in the art tag so that I could, like, support it.
Aligning her fan art preferences to her community would somehow escalate into a nasty feud with another content creator, which would somehow lead people to find a VOD from August 10th, 2025, in which Deme streamed herself playing the game Outer Wilds.
By the way, off topic, Outer Wilds, gorgeous game. Love that game. I should replay it for the funs of it.
This was it. This was the VOD in which people were convinced that Deme was getting railed live on stream, but not just for a few minutes. Some would be convinced that this lasted for over an hour of just
I've actually never seen this in such, like, HD. She was too strong for too long. She's very relief for someone still stuck in a puzzle. Dude, stop. I actually have to do my job for a second. What is she smiling at? No way, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's no way that some men make fun of, like, women loving their fan fiction And then they're this is a literal fan fiction of what do you think is going behind the scenes.
Constant railing as she was trying her best to hide it by acting normal on stream. I mean, look at this novel here, which is meant to show you all the different timestamps she did something suspicious. This person would even go as far as labeling this whole debacle as Arc 1, Arc 2, Arc 3, Arc
Ain't no fucking way!
4, Arc 5. And believe it or not, this is me barely scraping the surface here. Because then the narrative would shift into the fact that she was getting railed, yes, but by another guy as her boyfriend was sitting in the opposite room. Guys, this would go so incredibly viral.
The only reason why this even like landed or did anything is because somebody just had like a fucking fantasy, maybe like 9 months ago of me or some shit like that, had no idea about it. And the moment that like, okay, here's the thing. As a woman, right? I personally don't really have that much strong takes with a lot of things. I think that I'm pretty normal when it comes to a lot of things. I love sexy things and et cetera, et cetera. I don't even see myself as pure. But then when I'm not gonna say like a group of people, but a group of people saw this post and saw what I'm retweeting and stuff like that, and lewd things that I post and et cetera, and saw this as like a hypocritical thing of me being a purist, of me being like, wow, so she doesn't like porn of herself. So she thinks that she's so like high, like whatever. Like they made like this like whole ass story in their head about me, and they like really ran with it. Like it was like extreme. Like so they saw this as like a woman being like, because some people in life look at women as if they're all gonna be whores, and that's true. That is literally true. You're gonna see that a lot in the internet, where there's a lot of people who literally see women as always gonna be whores. And so when somebody tries to pretend as if they aren't, they take that as a personal offense, because in their mind they think that all women are whores. And so that's like literally what happened. And then I angered Mujin didn't like, I think he's probably gonna get into this, probably, maybe, I don't know. But the story is I posted this, Chibi replied to it with the most like fucking bait shit ever. I got baited, okay? And then the only thing I know about Chibi is the fact that his friends went with the cheater side. And I was like, damn, never heard of that shit. That's the only thing I know about Chibi. Literally. Don't know the dude, don't know anything about him. All I know is that literally, imagine the scenario that you're married and your friends chose the cheater. Yeah, I cannot imagine that, because I've personally been cheated on, and I will never ever understand the idea of cheating, because you could just break up. Literally, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. And I've like ended friendships because I found out my friends are cheating and stuff, because it just made me too uncomfortable, because I was friends with their girlfriend, and them cheating on them and stuff like that made me really uncomfortable, and I had to end the friendship because it just made me feel like. I don't know, I just don't really want to be friends with people I can't see eye to eye in. And so that scenario of a whole friend group siding not only with a cheater, a female cheater, is insane to me. It's insane to me. However, should I have tweeted that in general? No. I should have left it be. People were just farming my name because I apparently have a big name, and I didn't know that I had a big name, if I'm being honest. I thought I was the niche. I shouldn't have said anything. Honestly, I made the biggest mistake that I did is that I even engage with people who earn from fucking tweeting as a living. That was my biggest issue, and I got baited. I can admit to that. I got fucking baited, dude.
A simple post outlining her fan art preferences to her community would somehow escalate.
I got farmed to shit.
August 10th.
So anyway, with that kind of ideology, people were calling me a hypocrite because I post lewd art and stuff, which I never said I had an issue with. Anyway, then we have 400,000 followers on Twitch. Yeah, but then again, like it maybe like I don't know, maybe like people just forget about me. I don't think I'm that memorable.
2025, in which Deme streamed herself playing.
If you know me and you actually watch me, you know that I think of myself as extremely niche. I don't understand the gravity of like how big I am. And the only time that I ever found out how big I was during the drama. Unfortunately, that was the only time that I really realized that I did have a big platform. I did actually have something of like whatever, and I didn't know. And now that I know, I just don't think it's worth ever farming more hate and stuff like that. Me replying to him was a loss because of the fact that there was no point in doing so in general.
The game Outer Wilds. This was it. This was the VOD in which people were convinced that Deme was getting railed live on stream, but not just for a few minutes. Some would be convinced that this lasted—
This is so crazy to me too, because like if you actually know me too, you know I am severely disabled. This is TMI, but I can't go that long. Sorry, dude.
For over an hour of
also, I don't care about sex that fucking much.
Constant railing
that I can't wait until after stream.
By acting normal on stream. I mean, look at this.
And by the way, I don't know why people want to like play or act as if I'm innocent. I've never said that I'm innocent. Like, dude, I can wait after stream if I really wanted to do it.
Level here, which is meant to show you all the different timestamps she did something suspicious. This person would even go as far as labeling this whole debacle as Arc 1, Arc 2, Arc 3, Arc 4, Arc 5. And believe it or not, this is me barely scraping the surface here. Because then the narrative would shift into the fact that she was—
The narrative shifted because we have proof that I was streaming and Nikita was also streaming, which he's streaming in my bathroom where we can hear each other if ever we're being loud, and etc. etc. FYI. And then I said, I'm literally, by the way, beside my mom's room. My mom is one door away from just saying hello to me. And then they changed it to me being cucked, or like, no, sorry, not me, but like Nikita being cucked, or some shit like that. Like the goalpost was forever moving and moving and moving. No matter what I can say, they just really like that fantasy. They love that shit.
Getting railed, yes, but my another guy, as her boyfriend, was sitting in the opposite room. Guys, this would go so incredibly viral that yes, not only would it trend on Twitter, but according to the website, there would be over 250,000 posts made about this topic in—
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my god.
Just 2 days. Tens of millions of people would see these posts.
And they thought you were deleting these comments, but it was in fact YouTube Automod deleting them because they thought it was bots, because the VOD had 5 comments, all of a sudden it had 10k comments, all mentioning sex. That was the funniest shit ever. Yeah, I was too busy in Nara. I think during the time that people were thinking that I was deleting posts or something, or comments or whatever, I was outside.
And it would spread all around the globe as far as China.
China!
And you can even find people talking about this on Facebook. Hell, this was so significant that there's even a dedicated—
No one gives a fuck about Facebook anyways. Like, genuinely, when people mention Facebook and any other social media, no one gives a fuck about Facebook's opinions.
Know Your Meme page about it now. This has piqued the interest of millions of people, and yet many have a hard time understanding it due to its needlessly complex nature. There are so many layers here. And so I figured I would make a video about it, explaining everything as objectively as humanly possible so that you can come up with your—
I don't think I'm that big a streamer. I think the idea of somebody having sex on stream is enticing to the people that don't even know me. Like, just because it has 250,000 likes, it's probably because of people that was like, VTuber having sex on stream! Scandalous!
About it after understanding it, so that we can proceed to finally move on, because I'm tired of seeing this on my feed. And so, without further ado, you already know the drill by now. Let's do this. All right, so first things first, who the hell is Deme? Well, I think it's obvious by now. She is a VTuber, but not just any VTuber. Over the last few years, she has become one of the top English-speaking independent VTubers on the planet. Whenever she goes live, she averages around 3,400 viewers, with her always peaking around 4,000 to 5,000. The reason why this is significant is because recently Twitch started incorporating a new way to combat viewbots, implementing an aggressive viewer cap on people it thinks are viewbotting. As an example, Emiru recently had her view count reduced down to 10,000 viewers. During her streams, she usually always peaked around 20,000, and there she was capped at 10,000. This was Twitch saying that it thinks half her viewer count is fake. So for now, seeing that Twitch's viewer cap took no effect on Deme's channel, it meant that she had a substantial community and that it wasn't fake.
Damn, guys, I'm boosting me. Shit.
But how did she manage to achieve this? Well, for people who are fans of her, it's fairly straightforward.
Holy glaze. I didn't know it was that
They
big.
love her personality and her over-the-top reactions to many different things, whether she's reacting to a video or to a video game. At the same time, her model is very unique and very expressive too. It's easily recognizable, and there are people who watch her purely because they like the way she looks. But just like any big content creator these days, you can't have a fan base without having haters, and Deme
Okay, well, yeah, true. Sorry.
definitely has haters. Their main issues with her are that she is a mean girl and that she can be irresponsible with her big platform. As an example, back in February 2026, she would tweet out, "Why is no one talking about the blatant view botting in the V?"
I'm gonna say right now, I'm only mean to the people who are fucking annoying. But I'm a changing person, and I will never engage with anything in Twitter mean stuff any longer because it's a waste of time. I have changed to this day. Well, actually, a few days ago, actually, like weeks ago. When did I say that again in the first time? This is my opinion. I think that people love like screaming out mean girl, mean girl, mean girl. And I don't mind naming myself as a mean girl because honestly, it deters away fucking bad actors in the chat thinking that they just want to get something from me and they can't get it something from me because they only usually go towards the people who are too nice. So like I never have to deal with weirdos ever really in a stream, which is crazy because like, you know, why bother with somebody that actually can say their boundaries? Anyway, in my opinion, with the whole mean girl thing, I genuinely am not backing down on that shit. There has been people who literally will say sorry to me in DMs and shit like that and be like, "Hey, Demi, I'm so sorry, Demi, that back in the day I misread the situation and I listened to the crowd and I thought that you were bullying somebody, and honestly, I'm so sorry, Demi." And then you see them, and I said it was okay, it's all right. And then they literally made like, "Oh man, you have no idea." This is the reason why I don't reply to like people anymore that much. But then like literally, I saw some weird shit that she did where she posted about that she made it seem like I apologized to her in Twitter. And I was like, what the fuck? And she didn't even tell me that she was gonna post about that or anything like that. And then she apologized, by the way, during my peak as a streamer and as a content creator. That's when she apologized. And I was like, all right, well, I will always accept apologies. I think apologies are extremely important and I don't care when you're gonna apologize. That's fine with me. And then I shit you not, when she tweeted that, I told her that I was really uncomfortable with that because it felt like she was just farming the idea of me and us being okay and us being friends. We're not friends. I don't know you. I literally don't know you. And then the moment that this drama happened, she literally said like, she said, "What did I say?" Shit like that. I was like, damn, bro, you really can't trust anybody. You really can't trust nobody, dude. You can have somebody in your face apologizing that they're like virtue signaling and like writing the hate towards somebody and it was you. And then the moment that it becomes anywhere disposable, where you are disposable or like whatever, hey, time to do it again, baby.
YouTubing sphere, and then would proceed to call out some.
She begged for you to play games with her only to later say she never heard of you. Yeah, no, but I like, dude, it's insane. Also, with the view botting thingy, yeah, no, there are blatant view botting in the sphere, and it's a genuine issue, and I wish Twitch would fucking fix that shit. Because, dude, in my opinion, I hate view botting. I'm getting view botted right fucking now, actually. Holy mother of God, because my big fucking mouth, I got view botted, hate view botted a while ago, and I said, wow, so you're so poor that you can only view bot me for only one day? And then now I've been view botted for like every single day for the past few days. So it is what it is. So I've been fucking view botted. I told Twitch that I'm being view botted, but they said they can't do anything about it. I'm like, all right, well, it is what it is. Yeah, very high range pin in the fucking view botter. Anyway, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But in my opinion, okay, this is my genuine opinion, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. This is my opinion, and it won't change because we already had a conversation or whatever. I think it's very obvious when somebody's view botting themselves when it's so consistent for years. No stream skipped, no time skipped. If your account has been view botted for literal years and nothing has changed and only the view bots are going higher and higher, I think that's a sign that somebody's view botting themselves. Is that a conspiracy? Yeah, that's my conspiracy. That's my thoughts. And when it comes to view botting, because they can only think about it that way. When it comes with hate view botting, it comes and goes. It's never consistent. I've never seen a view botting, hate fucking view botting thingy that happens consistently. Never seen that.
Talking about the blatant view botting.
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm an idiot.
VTubing sphere, and then would proceed to call out someone specifically about this. The VTuber.
Yeah, because like some people were like, wow, Demi's vague posting. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like Olivia Monroe is like fucking view botting. Do I think that she's a bad person? No, I don't. I don't know why people think that I hate her. I don't hate her. I just think that I think that she's just view botting.
Olivia Monroe, even going as far as contacting her talent agency at the time, Mythic Talent, to complain about this. Now, this was definitely controversial when it happened, okay? The problem with view botting, the reason why it's become such a big problem is because unless the streamer themselves says, yes, I'm view botting, there's no other way to prove it.
Exactly.
So to people who hate or dislike Demi or just disagree with her, this was as if a judge gave someone a death sentence without even bothering to conduct a DNA test.
No, I don't think Olivia Monroe is a bad person. I never said that. I just think that she's genuinely getting view botted and being paid for those view bots, which I think is an issue. I don't think anybody should be paid by viewership view botted.
Test. Now, we still don't know whether Olivia actually did ViewBot because she hasn't streamed since the 26th of April 2026, and because
I'm pretty
of that,
sure it's because
Twitch
she's
was not
sick.
able to implement any view caps on her stream, right? She has to stream again for that to happen. And one example of her using her platform irresponsibly from people who disagree with her is when she would express how she hates when people say that streaming is hard.
Yeah, no, streaming is not hard. Growing and streaming, I'm going to say it right now, growing as a streamer is hard. If you want to be a streamer, that shit takes luck and passion, and that shit is so much more lucky than it is passion. But the act of streaming is not hard. I'm dying in that fucking hill. Streaming itself is supposed to be the easy part. Literally. Streaming is supposed to be the easiest part of this whole ordeal. If you don't even enjoy the act of streaming, then obviously maybe it's not fucking for you. Hello? The act of streaming is supposed to be the fun part. It's supposed to be the easy part. It's supposed to be the thing that you're not even supposed to be like complaining about day to day, especially when it comes to big streamers. This whole tweet happened because another streamer, an in real life streamer, said that it's so hard to be an in real life streamer and it's so hard to be a streamer because she's only earning $10,000 a month. FYI, that's how this tweet started. She said only $10,000. It was so hard because she has to spend $7,000 on traveling. Yeah, so yeah, no, this shit, yes. If you make it as a streamer, I do think it's a privilege to be in this spot. Why? Because it's so fucking luck-based as well. Sometimes, even if you're passionate, even if you're funny, sometimes you'll never fucking make it because things will go against you. You know what I mean? That shit, especially when you've made it. And it's so obvious that it's talking about like people who made it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm blessed as fuck being able to sit in my ass all day. Yeah, I am. I'm doubling down on that. I'm blessed as fuck. I'm literally sitting my ass down, watching a video on me, reacting to my drama that happened a month ago. I can't imagine like complaining to my chat that literally like that made my life like this a possibility where I can, you guys are so nice to me. I can take breaks and everybody's like, no, Demi, we understand. We know that you're sickly and stuff like that. Especially as a sickly person. You know what is so crazy about being sickly? In a normal job, people won't be as nice to you. Literally. People won't be as nice to you, dude.
She's very privileged and very happy to be in this position. A way smaller.
It's not the physical part that's hard, it's the mental troll. When it comes to streaming, I genuinely think streaming is supposed to be the easy part. streaming is the one that makes people addicted to doing this. Not Twitter, not YouTube, not TikTok, not whatever. When it comes with genuinely streamers and etc., you need to love streaming to do streaming. You can't just do it just to force yourself to do it. That's the reason why 9 to 5s are hard. It's not that 9 to 5s are specifically hard. It's hard to do something that you don't want to do. You do 9 to 5s because you have to do it, not because it's your passion, not because you literally love it. You do 9 to 5 because you literally need to survive. You need to pay rent. You're doing a job that you don't fucking like. You're surrounded by people you don't even fucking like or some shit like that. That's what makes 9 to 5 or whatever. That's a whole topic. I could talk about this forever. That's the reason why it is a privilege or whatever. It's because it's a choice. It's a choice to even become a streamer or to start being a streamer.
Streamer would have a disagreement with her on this topic, and it would lead into drama, with Demi personally calling them out on her stream, even though she has a way bigger following than them.
I don't think that just because I have a following, suddenly I have this like crazy amount of I don't really like that. I feel like it's forced upon me in a way that just because I have more viewers or something like that, suddenly I have to like watch what I say or whatever the fuck. I think that's so. People complain about people being fake when they become big, and then people complain when people are genuinely like whatever when they're big. What the fuck?
So look, just like any content creator, she has supporters, she has people who dislike her, and she's been in her fair share of drama. But I assure you, there's nothing that she's ever been through in terms of drama that can even compare to the radioactive shit show that you're about to witness. So how did it begin? Well, it would all start on June 12th.
Oh, here we go. I'm
sad.
sad.
Would tweet out, "Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely..."
The bots bros subscription ran out of minutes. I'm no longer getting botted, guys. Oh my fucking god. No way.
Uncomfortable with NSFW.
Oh, damn. I was right. They are a little bit too poor, aren't they?
Art of me. But why did you make your VTuber look like that? Just because I like sexy or hot things doesn't mean I want to see porn of it. It's just a VTuber. Who do you think of when you see it?
I mean, am I not right about that? Am I literally not right about this?
She would then clarify this point further in the replies, saying, "I just feel like there's so many other content creators who'd love to have artists draw them in that way, and it's wasted effort towards me too."
True! It really is!
But I'd like to make this clear. I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I like sexy hot women, I just don't like porn. She would then reply to a couple of people who were confronting her about this point, saying, "What does this have to do with me? I don't go out of my way to stop people from doing what they want whatsoever. I just like saying my personal boundaries, tourist."
Based.
So look, this was straightforward. This was directed towards her community. Hey, listen, I personally don't like seeing my character in these specific situations, but I don't mind sexy art. And so around 6 hours later, the content creator Chibi Reviews would see her post and would...
Chibi is fucking blocked. Chibi blocked Fujian.
decide
A
to
lot
quote
of
tweet.
folks fail to read that second comment in the NSFW space, sadly.
I don't think they missed that second comment. I genuinely think that they just are fucking weird.
Saying, "So you're uncomfortable with NSFW art of yourself, but repost
It literally said, I like sexy or hot things right there. You can literally see it right there, right there, right there.
NSFW art of yourself. This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me." A minute later, he would edit his post to remove the first sentence and would just
Classic.
say, "This level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost." And so the repost in question would be Demi reposting art of her character in which she's showing a lot of skin, right? You have big stars that are covering her breasts, but at the end of the day, her character was wearing somewhat of a skimpy bikini, right?
Yeah, that art was absolutely peak. By the way, I don't know if Mujin's gonna talk about this, but the reason why I made this tweet was because Meme Aesthetic made like porn of me and stuff like that in his main account. And then I made this tweet and he put it down and we had a conversation off stream and he apologized. I was like, no, you don't have anything to apologize for. You didn't know. And that's the reason why I tweeted it, is because like people probably didn't know. Like that's the whole thing. The only reason why I tweeted this is because like I felt like Meme Aesthetic was genuinely like somebody that really liked my VTuber and stuff. And I wanted to make sure that if he was a real fan, it wasn't just for like, let's say views or my name or something. I wanted to make sure that boundaries were known. You know what I mean? So that if he does keep it on, I don't really care. He could do whatever he the fuck he wants.
Now, normally something like this wouldn't really be very significant. People
Settle it like adults, but Twitter can't do that. Yeah, then meme. I didn't even ask Meme Aesthetic to put it down. He just put it down, and then I DM'd him, or like he DM'd me and stuff. So like, I don't know. I don't know why people like change the story to me, like saying that I'm like, what do you call it when I'm like trying to make people like delete their stuff? No, I've never fucking did that shit.
disagree with each other on Twitter all the time. They call out each other all the time. It's just the nature of the website and its algorithm. The reason why this was significant, though, wasn't necessarily because of the post itself, but it was because of the person who was posting it. Chibi Reviews. And for you to really understand the situation that's currently unfolding, you have to understand who this guy is. Chibi Reviews would make his YouTube channel around 12 years ago, and he would do exactly what his name entails. He would review anime. But even back then, he would get himself into some pretty rough drama, just reviewing anime. Some people would disagree with his takes, some people would find him cringy, and it would lead to a number of people to find out that Chibi's older brother actually died from suicide.
I had no idea about that. I don't know anything about this guy.
This would prompt another YouTuber by the name of that anime snob to make a video criticizing Chibi, making fun of his dead brother. This was back in 2018, and back then, the wider anime community was absolutely shocked that someone would say something like this. At the time, Chibi Reviews would get full support from other content creators that were his friends, like the anime YouTuber Mother's Basement, giving his full support, and also Joey Bizinger, otherwise known as the Anime Man, saying, "How dare you say this to my friend? I hope you rot in hell." So drama has always been somewhat present in Chibi's life, but it would be nothing compared to what he would have to experience in the following years. You see, around the early 2020s, Chibi would start shifting his content more from just anime to anti-censorship and anti-tourist rhetoric. In other words, government should stay away from what I post on the internet, and people who don't understand anime should stay away from anime. So what defines a tourist?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think you're a full-on fucking weirdo if you care about quote-unquote tourist in any form of media or some shit like that. I'm gonna keep it so real. I think you're a full-on, please go outside, please experience the world. Genuinely, you are too online. Go the fuck outside. If you just care about people, like, let's say, like, casually, like, enjoying a media or something, and then you have to be like, God, you're a fucking tourist! I watch this shit every single day of my life. This is my life that you're talking about. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. And it's always about anime too. Like, holy fuck.
Well, to Chibi, it was simple. If you were someone who found LOLI to be repulsive, I can't say that word on YouTube, but in a nutshell, it's underage characters found in anime, then you were a tourist and you deserve to be called out for it. Also, if you found siblings doing the deed, so incest, to be repulsive or disgusting, then you were also very clearly a tourist.
Oh.
And you deserve to be called out for it. You don't belong in the anime community. He would make these
Then do not add me to the anime community. Do not.
points constantly. And while yes, he would grow a fan base, he would also grow a significant amount of people who hated his guts. And on October 3rd, 2024, his life would change forever due to those haters that hated his guts. He would post a clip from the anime Dandadan, saying the animators didn't need to go so hard for this scene, and in this clip we can see one of the two main characters who's in high school almost get taken advantage of, let's say, by a bunch of aliens. And it would go mega viral. I mean, 21 million views. This is the kind of post you see if you're a normie with a freshly installed Twitter app. And barely 2 days later, he would find out that, well, due to this post, he would get doxxed. Someone would post actual images of the house that he lived in, as well as his brother's grave. And by the way, these aren't the only things that are available when it comes to Chibi's private information on the internet. There are literal wikis out there that contain every single address he has ever lived in his life, as
Jesus Christ.
well as his job history and the place he worked at. On October 6th,
Oh my God.
2024, a day later, he'd find out that the people who actually doxed him were Boruto fans. He'd make a
I don't like that fucking anime.
video showcasing some of the things that were being said
There's a
to
lot of anime that I don't really like fuck with.
him. Like, if I ever saw you in real life, I would stomp the brainstem out of your head and spit on your shaking corpse, and would tell everyone that he bought a gun, so they're more welcome to come to his house to find out. He would also start a fundraiser claiming that he was going to sue the people who doxed him. After raising $17,000, the fundraiser would, well, get taken down. When people brought it up, he would block them, and eventually he would explain to his community that he had to use these funds for urgent bills and emergencies, and
Scammed!
for the most part, if we're going to look at it objectively, his community, the same people who donated, were fairly okay with it. But if you thought that's where things ended, you'd be mistaken. Because on April 2026, yes, this is very recent, someone would post an image of themselves holding a shovel standing right.
Also with the tourist thing, it's not really about them watching casually. They don't like it when people criticize a part of anime. I think that everything in media should be criticized, and that, in my opinion, there's a lot of anime where I just can't fucking watch because I'm getting too fucking old for this shit, and I can't just ignore it anymore. Like, the moment that, like, they have some weird ass shit on that shit, I can't watch it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Maybe I'm not a freak enough, but I just don't care for it. I could be watching some other media and I feel like it would, like, give me something back in my life than watching some fucking anime where they die and then they fucking reincarnate and then suddenly they're fucking dating people, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Behind Chibi Review's brother's grave. They would quote tweet something that Chibi was saying and say, in quotes, "It's just a drawing," referencing how Chibi doesn't mind LOLI, right? Drawings of underage children, and then would continue with, "Compelling argument, I'm digging up your brother and turning him into a chair." Now, it would turn out later that this image was AI generated, but initially, of course, it caused a lot of uproar and it also caused a lot of celebration, right? It's important to point this out. For example, this Reddit post with 14,000 upvotes was literally referencing what had happened to Chibi in regards to that image. This really would go out of control, right? On April 20th, someone would post, "Found Chibi's brother's grave, LMFAO," and they would literally link his grave. And that whole thing about turning his brother into a chair, well,
Oh my god.
someone would post an image of a wooden chair in the form of a skeleton, and under it, I mean, this is going to be blurred, obviously, but under it, you could see the real name of Chibi's brother, his date of birth, where
That's
he was
so
born,
far, dude. Jesus
the
Christ.
date of his death, and the exact place where he's buried, like the actual address. 4 days later, Chibi would...
I'm okay with people getting criticized and stuff like that, especially when they deserve it and shit like that, but I think doxing is just too much.
Find out that
Always.
there was someone on Kiwi Farms, I don't know whether it was jokingly or seriously at this point, to be honest, trying to convince a teenager to go to Chibi's house and assassinate him for $200. This would prompt Chibi to call law enforcement. Now, I can totally understand that if this is your first time hearing about this guy, you're probably absolutely shocked, like your jaw's probably on the floor. Don't worry, that's a totally reasonable reaction. In any case, this leads me to the main point I want to make in telling you all this. When it comes to how people feel about Chibi, I'd say they can be divided into 3 different categories. Category 1 is people who are loyal to him and are his biggest fans. They believe he's 100% right, and that every bad thing that happened to him over the years was unwarranted, undeserved. Category 2, I'd say, is probably the majority of people, and it's people who maybe are neutral towards him or maybe completely disagree with him. But even so, Category 2 believes that this shit simply went way too far.
I do think it went a little bit too far. Mark, 83 months.
It doesn't matter how much you dislike someone, threatening to dig up their dead brother is insane, and it's crossing...
So let me get this straight. He went through all that shit. His community saw that all that shit, but the same community that they love Chibi for, they're gonna do the same thing to me? That's insane. You cannot literally, like, say and cry about this shit happening to you and then do it to another person. They literally, like, did a smear campaign of literally posting photos of me that I'm the one that showed on stream, making fun of, let's say, my body or something like that, or trying to call me ugly and shit like that. And then literally, like, try to make this fucking fake smear campaign and then talk about my ex and then talk about, like, let's say, like, so if you didn't know, Chibi literally found out about my, like, ex or, like, what happened previously before, let's say, like, 2 years ago with Nikita. And then literally, like, the fact that his suicide attempt, I was very traumatized for, and I'm very right for feeling traumatized for. I talked about it on stream and shit. And so, like, they literally, Chibi was one of those people that was literally pushing the idea that, like, of me, like, getting, like, slashed and shit, but then cried about fucking mental health. Right. Okay. Okay. So mental health when it's for you is fine, but the moment it's for other people, it's not okay. and making fun of somebody else's suicide attempt is crazy. All right.
every red line. And so this, of course, leads us to the last category, category 3. These people believe that Chibi is
Rules for thee, but not for me.
full-fledged pedophile, like literally on the same rank as Epstein, and that he not only deserves every single thing that has happened to him over the years, but he actually deserves way worse. Now, what's really interesting about category 1 is that even though they're not millions of people, they still hold influence because
some people don't like it when they get treated how they treat others.
Many of them are very vocal. And I'm going to show you an example. Around a month ago, Internet Anarchist, a YouTube channel with almost 2 million subscribers, would make a 30-minute video about Chibi reviews. Chibi would see this and would tweet multiple times about how much he dislikes this video, how he thinks it's slander, and how it's defamation. Him simply tweeting this would send his loyal supporters to come and brigade the video. It's currently sitting at 4,000 likes and almost 7,000 dislikes, with thousands of comments, many of the top ones completely disagreeing with the video itself. In their opinion, Internet Anarchist was justifying the bad things that happened to Chibi simply because he likes fictional drawings of underage children.
What do you mean just? Mugen, there's no way you just said just.
To come and brigade the video. It's currently sitting at 4,000 likes and almost 7,000 dislikes.
Simply because.
With thousands of comments, many of the top ones completely disagreeing with the video itself. In their opinion, Internet Anarchist was justifying the bad things that happened to Chibi simply because he likes fictional drawings of underage children. And that the biggest mistake he did was simply shitposting, trash talking online. So the point of this yapathon was to show you that Chibi calling out Demi like this wasn't insignificant. Once he signaled that he disliked something, once he signaled that someone was being a tourist or a hypocrite in this case, Category 1 viewers will go to that post and brigade it. That's exactly what happened here. Demi would notice this, right? She made this post specifically for her community and would see these people.
Oh, true.
Will come brigade her post. And so instead of ignoring Chibi, she would choose to reply.
Listen, I'm sorry for this. I should have just ignored it. My bad. I'm sorry, man. Literally, my bad. Honestly, my bad. This was the only thing I knew about him. And I just don't think you're a good person if people literally choose the cheater side in a friendship group that you've been friends for years, okay? That's the only thing I knew about him. And like literally, whoopsie daisy. You know what I mean? My bad. My bad, honestly.
She'd say, wait, oh my God, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her?
That's literally what I knew about him. That's to be fair. To be fair, I should have not fucking seen this shit, man. I wish I had Twitter off when I'm in a vacation. You know what? Every time I'm in a vacation, especially when I'm in a vacation, I need to close that shit down. My bad, dude. My bad. I ulted immediately. I legitimately saw the name Chibi, and I in my brain I was like, Chibi, ding! And that's what I associated with. I'm sorry. Nobody can change my mind in this. Nobody can change my mind in this. In a story where a wife and a husband is together for years upon years, and then the girl, especially when it comes with women, you can't deny about this. When women cheat, it's like the end of the fucking world in the internet. That's just the truth. A man can cheat and he can still have his, like, let's say, like, audience or whatever, but when a woman cheats, it's like a different fucking story. Their whole, like, fucking internet personas is GG's. Imagine the friend group siding with the cheater, though. I can't. It doesn't make sense in my head. Anytime I try to think about it in my head, I just can't think of ever siding with a cheater. People like to, like, change this, like, idea that I was, like, people like thinking that I was, like, a pro-cheater kind of person. Fuck no, I'm not. No, I don't really give a fuck. If you want to think that way, sure, fuck it, whatever. I can't change your mind. But, nah, I just can't think about it. As a man who's been cheated on, it's funny. Bro, ain't no fucking way.
LMFAO.
I've been cheated on, too. That shit, like, nah, bro. I can imagine... If I've been cheated on and my friends went to to the fucking guy that cheated on like me and stuff like that, and instead of being on my side, I would genuinely go to therapy. I must be like genuinely a horrible fucking person.
So, yeah, you're probably thinking, Mujin, you just told me about how this guy went through the 7 layers of hell, but you're telling me he also got cheated on? Yes. And this will be the last bit of context you need to understand what the hell Demi's talking about. 2 months before someone posted that AI-generated image of them digging up Chibi's brother,
If one of my boys cheated, I would legitimately tell their girl. Fairs.
on February 12th, 2026, Chibi would tweet out, "Just lost my fiance, my best friend, and my entire friend group in 24 hours. I have never been more alone
Entire friend group. No.
than right now." This would also go extremely viral at almost 20 million views, 6,000
Oh my god.
replies. Many people had things to say, whether it was to show him support or gloat.
34,000 likes and a reply. Holy fuck, man. Praying for your fiance, best friend, and friend group. Hope that they can finally lead to a road of recovery without.
But it was mostly gloating, as you can see from some of the top replies. Chibi would then make a video further explaining what happened. In it, he'd reveal that his fiancée of like 10 years cheated on him with his best friend, someone that he's known for a very long time, I believe since childhood. Now, this is already horrible,
Since childhood! No!
right? But somehow it got worse because the friend group that he shared with his fiancée, upon hearing this, upon finding out that she cheated on him, would still somehow side with her.
Exactly! What scenario does that fucking happen? I don't understand.
Okay, completely ditching Chibi and continuing to hang out with her and his ex-best friend, even though he had just gone through probably the worst moment in
Holy
his life.
fuck.
According to him, this would lead him to drive out into the wilderness with a bunch of drinks and hope to leave this planet. He'd then say that one of his online friends would panic about him, call emergency services, and
Yeah, I didn't know about his suicide attempt. My bad on that. I would have not mentioned that shit if I knew. And yeah, no, my bad on that shit.
have him be picked up and sent to a hospital. And that's why he survived. Now look, obviously this doesn't happen every day. Someone cheating on you with your best friend, that sounds like something you'd find in a movie, like a nightmare scenario. But the fact that the friend group also sided with the fiancé, that was crazy. And
Oh my god, this is the tweet that I saw.
obviously this doesn't happen every day.
That was the one I
Someone
saw about
cheating
him.
on you with your best friend, that sounds like something you'd find in a movie, like a nightmare scenario. But the fact that the friend group also sided with the fiancé, that was crazy. And what really didn't help here is that whenever someone online would say that Chibi is a virgin or that no woman loves him as an insult, Chibi would constantly flex the fact that he had a girlfriend or a fiancé, right? So him revealing this information to the world essentially meant that people were never gonna let this go. However, at the end of the day, this wasn't just probably one of the most significant things that happened to him in his life, but it's also one of the most significant things that happened to him in his content creation career. After some time recovering, he would tweet this out saying, "Seeing how happy it would make my haters if I died, I live out of spite. Also seeing what I've seen today, I'm going to double down too out of spite." Before I go any further, to those that
Oh, so he does know what it feels like to double down out of spite. Interesting. Interesting. Because interesting.
reached out, I promise to respond and go through it all later. I noticed a lot of pattern recognition from certain groups too today. Always the party of acceptance people, multiple flags are a big indication too. Certain usage of gifts as well. Animals pretending to be human with subpar intelligence. I am also pro-ICE and I think illegal immigrants should not be in my country. So this tweet was fairly significant.
How come that always happens with people just like moving to like the right out of fucking nowhere just because of like haters and shit?
Because it pretty much showed us two things. The first thing was that he was fully transitioning into political content creation.
As of many cases.
This was not simply about anime or tourists or free speech.
As
and
of many
anti-censorship.
cases.
This was now also about political content. And the second thing here was that he was going to continue doing what he's always done, rage baiting and posting about his controversial opinions.
Oh, I never said anything about that. I'm just saying it's such a classic for people to suddenly move to political content when their content had nothing to do with it since before.
While calling out people he disagreed with.
Like
very
out of
openly.
nowhere,
Now this
suddenly
would be
it's so
amplified. He would do
insanely
it
political.
more and on a different level. Here's an example. As far as I'm aware, based on his online history, I don't think he would have quote tweeted a post like this a year or two ago. No, this is recent. And from then on, he would also make it a point to talk about how many impressions he's getting on the website and how much money he's making. In this post, he would flex that he was making almost $2,000 while thanking his haters for...
Yeah, no, And then like people think that I'm mean to like some fucking random person or some shit like that. I'm mean to fucking bigots or whatever the fuck how you say that fucking word, or racists. I don't ever respect somebody who is literally openly racist or just a racist in general. I just don't.
Recent. And from then on, he would also make it a point to talk about how many impressions he's getting on the website and how much money he's making. In this post, he would flex that he was making almost $2,000 while thanking his haters for paying for his bills. All right, I promise. Now you know all the context you need to know about Chibi in this video.
So don't be mean. Yeah, no, I've went through a whole ass thing about this. I don't believe in being nice to people who don't see us human, but I don't think it should be me, especially that I didn't know I was that big of a streamer, where I don't want to like make it where I'm sending more hate to the world. So yeah, no, I don't believe that I should have ever done that. I'm in a better arc now. I'm in the I'm in my own little. I'm more of a niche now, which is nice, and I'm like a lot happier for it. So much happier for it. I feel like this whole drama remove a lot of bad actors in my chat, and it literally cleansed my community in a really good way. I really love that. And it's great because every time I stream, I'm more excited again. Because I was not excited when I was like a little bit bigger. Was not excited whatsoever. I hated streaming a little bit. Like slowly and slowly, I was like, God, kind of don't want to stream.
When it came to Demi's
But now I don't have that issue. And now I feel like I'm back to being a niche because all the people think that I'm whatever. So now I'm like, I feel like I'm still a niche.
although one can interpret it in multiple.
But yeah, no, I did reflect on this. I did a lot. I doubled down. If you didn't know, I doubled down a lot during this because like there's no way I'm apologizing to some fucking racist fucker. Then I was like, okay. And I reflected upon that and I was like, damn, I don't really want to spread more hate in the world when there's already so many.
ways. The first
So I was like, you know what? I will actually not triple down. I apologize forever, like even saying this shit. I don't want to be that person. I just don't.
could be, oh, she noticed she's being brigaded. She sees
Aw,
the
thanks,
source
Cappy.
who's causing this. And the only thing she genuinely knows about Chibi is the fact that he's that guy that got cheated on, seeing how viral that tweet went. The second interpretation is that she saw where this was coming from, she found it to be Chibi, and she decided to be a mean girl. Hell, you might even think it's both interpretations. Up to you. Point is, she thought this was an easy slam dunk, and it kind of was. She did end up ratioing him, and to people who actually use this website, this means that it's somewhat of a victory. Chibi would reply to her reply and say, so you avoid answering why you retweet NSFW every avatar despite being upset about it in your post, then you cheer on cheating.
Never cheered on cheating. Never cheered on anything. He's making a literal, like, fucking scenario in his head. I never cheered on cheating.
Interesting. This would prompt Demi to say, my bad for not wanting to see my model getting pounded. If people want to keep drawing it, then it's their choice, but I'm just not going to support it. Does that make sense to you now? And she would include a screenshot of exactly what she said in the reply to her post, saying, I'm completely okay with sexy stuff because I love sexy hot women. I just don't like porn. To which Chibi would say, so you could have answered first like this, but used personal attacks and
Interesting. Says the guy that openly does this so many fucking times.
sheer cheating, not a good look. Now look, as a normal employed person watching this video, you might think to yourself, okay, well, I guess this is where things end. It's a public spat. These two had mean things to say about each other. I'm sure people will move on. Well, no. Things would get so bad in the coming 2 days that people would forget
He said cheered cheating twice because he needs to get that in his, like, fucking fans rhetoric so that they could, like, brigade me about that shit.
what started this to begin with. This was nothing more than the spark that lit up Chernobyl. Just so we're clear here, the spat between Demi and Chibi
Nah, I'm all for I don't care what anybody wants to say about me or like try to like whatever. I do care about mental health though when it comes to men and women. I think it's really important to be aware of mental health because it's a very like big down spiral. But I'm not gonna lie.
would occur on June 13th. It really would take less than 24 hours for this to become
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. This like post made me giggle a little bit to the point where I fucking saved it on my phone.
very significant. with people even drawing fan art about this incident. But even before these 24 hours had passed, even during June 13th, this would escalate to another.
Guy fiance cheats on him with his friend. Friends know and won't tell him. Point and laugh at him for it, Lamefio. Your name is 4chan in it. I can't, there's no way. Your own ex abused you in 2024. Gathering sympathy for your own abuse and turning it around and making fun of else's somebody's abuse. Abuse. We're using the word abuse for what happened to him. I had no idea that cheating was abuse. Damn. Interesting rhetoric. Sheeshers. Gathering sympathy for your own, like, you are a hypocrite, Deme. I don't think so. I was dealing with a literal depressed man that could not for the life of him want to live. And so he was genuinely breaking things around him because he didn't want to be in this world anymore. There's a difference. Do I regret tweeting this or something like that? Whatever? No. I was completely in the right to be extremely traumatized from that experience too. If you are ever, like, there's a scenario, I'm going to talk about this right now. When you're dealing with somebody's mental health, especially when it comes to depression or anything manic, especially, in my opinion, I think that it's completely fair to pick yourself too. It is not your job and not your responsibility to take care of somebody else's mental health while you're drowning too. Sometimes you need to understand that sometimes it's a sinking boat and you're literally, instead of like literally getting your own boat, you are joining themselves into that boat. And unfortunately, during that thing before with me and Nikita, that was a sinking boat for both of us because I was not equipped to deal with this severe depression to the point where I'm seeing somebody literally, like, let's say, like, hurt themselves and stuff like that and literally try to suicide attempt in front of me. I think that's completely fair as fuck to also be traumatized by that. That's a very that's a very, like, fucking crazy thing to look at and to, like, see. Annie Virus, thank you so much to tier 1. I love Annie. But yeah, no. Surprise, mentally ill people who literally want to kill themselves do abusive things. Yeah, surprise. I mean, like, dude, it is what it is. I'm really glad that Nikita found help. He went to therapy and he has never done this stuff again, even in his worst. Even during this drama, he never did anything around the things that he did before. And I'm super proud about him for that, because it's so easy to go back into bad, like, habits and et cetera. But I feel like therapy genuinely really, really helped him there. Really, really helped him there. And I think that he became a better person for it. Do I think...
You can't win arguments with someone who's so deep in the fight with themselves.
Exactly. Therapy really did help him a lot. It made him realize where it's coming from and where, like, why he felt like he deserved getting hurt and stuff like that. It's a whole ordeal. But it couldn't be me that helped him. That's just the truth. I was also sinking from trying to help a man drowning, unfortunately. I tried my best. You cannot say I tried my best. There's such a huge stigma around therapy, but when it boils down to even people who feel okay should go to therapy because it's a huge help. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that's my opinion on this. Like, people people love bringing this up when I'm in anything or whatever. Like, oh my God, were you in an abusive relationship? Yes. It was extremely fucking rough for both of us. And I didn't know how to tell him to seek help.
When the YouTuber Parrot 4chan would quote tweet what Deme said to Chibi, right? Asking, aren't you the one that was cheated on? And saying, guy's fiance cheats on him with his friend, friends know and won't tell him, point and
Therapists
laugh
go
at him
to
for it,
therapy
LMFAO.
from the stress of their job.
Yeah.
Your own ex abused you in 2020.
But yeah, no. Do I think that cheating is horrible and I don't wish it upon anyone? Yeah, I don't fucking like cheating. I think cheating is so unnecessary in the world and it makes somebody, like, so insecure about themselves. I've never met somebody who got cheated on that didn't feel a little bit insecure afterwards. Like, there's always this lingering feeling or, like, terror that you're gonna, like, get cheated on again.
Before, gathering sympathy for your own abuse, but then turning around and making fun of someone else's abuse, you are a hypocrite, Deme. There will be an image attached here of a post Deme made talking about this abusive relationship.
They don't make fun of somebody like that. I didn't make fun. I was just pointing out you're such a horrible person to the point where your friend group sided with a fucking cheater.
a while back, in which she described the terrible.
Do you know how horrible you have to be for somebody to fucking side with a fucking cheater? A whole
things that were being
fucking
done to
friend
her.
group?
Now, this post would be significant.
No
because
way.
many people who were disagreeing with Demi,
I just don't believe it.
With her,
Maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe I'm super fucking wrong with that. And like people are like right to criticize me on that. Sure, I don't mind. Maybe I'm completely wrong with that. Maybe I will like fucking experience something in life that makes me change my mind on that. But right now, that's genuinely my opinion on that shit.
really know her that well, didn't really understand her history. This would start a new narrative. She wasn't just a hypocrite because of her NSFW takes. No, forget about that. She is now a hypocrite when it comes to relationships, making fun of someone at their lowest point when she had been in one too. What some others also pointed out was that that ex of hers had actually stabbed her, and Demi claimed that this was because
She didn't stab me. He slashed like a scissors against my thigh.
she was trying to save him from a suicide attempt. A while ago, she had even made a post saying that she does not regret doing that, and that if you make fun of it, you're an absolute waste of air. So now she wasn't just
True. Preach.
a hypocrite when it came to relationships, she was a hypocrite when it came to mental health, more specifically suicide, because Chibi was about
Probably
to
didn't cut through deep. No, that shit healed in like a few minutes. That shit healed so fucking fast, actually. That slash in my thigh.
leave this planet due to what happened to him with his ex. Another narrative popped up with people digging
But still, come on. Getting slashed with your fucking thigh, how is that not fucking traumatizing as shit?
old tweets of hers where she was saying Happy Men's Day.
So
to
a
my
scratch? It was a slash. It was I just healed very fast. It's just weird. My skin heals very fast. I've never had a cut that never like healed or something. It like literally like closes up very quickly.
fellow men. To the people criticizing her, this meant that she never cared about men's mental health because she's so easily making fun of
But the problem is, okay, wait. Let me explain. EDS, I have EDS. So like it heals fast, but it doesn't heal correct. So in any situation, if I have any like, let's say a cat scratches me, I have a forever fucking scar. So if you look at my hands in real life, you'd see a lot of scars from my cats because even if I haven't touched a cat in like 2 years, I moved out, like, let's say, like, I haven't had a scratch with OC or something like that in, like, literally a year or so. But I still have the scars from it. And even if it was, like, a surface level, I just get, like, my skin doesn't heal well. It does the job, but it doesn't heal well.
Chibi and what he went
So Wolverine versus Deadpool kind of healing. Okay.
and still on the same day, okay?
By the way, I'm pretty sure that this was an account that they had to retweet this multiple times, getting this like literally like botted so that it can like explode into likes. And they tweeted this, I think, 3 times so that it can like explode with this shit.
third narrative would pop up. This user would post a 2-minute clip from a VOD from 10 months ago in which Demi was playing the game Outer Wilds. They would say, big talk from someone who got railed on stream.
The craziest thing about this is that the fact that like I've been in a relationship before Nikita for 4 years with Jesse, right? And you remember that. 4 years of a fucking online relationship. No cheating allegations, no nothing, no sex on stream, nothing. And so that means some guy was genuinely watching the shit and like imagining me back in the day 9 months ago, imagining me like having sex on stream to the point where it like even like got to this point. Oh my god!
Afraid of NSFW,
Oh my God!
ass, tagging both Demi and Chibi. Now this was very significant because this post had received almost 10 million views. And within literally just a day, we're still June 13th, 3 different narratives were created, all attacking Demi at the same time. This is when she would proceed to make a post on Twitter.
Oh fuck, man. I had no idea how big this was. If I knew how big it was, I would have taken it a little bit more seriously. My bad on that. I feel like I didn't really see how big it was. I was too busy. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Saying, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened on Twitter. What I meant by NSFW, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, never have not been okay with it. I just don't like seeing people fuck.
True.
Lol. To me, being a bitch, that's nothing new, and I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect.
True.
Y'all are so bored that someone that just doesn't like porn made, you personally get riled up.
True. Wait. Even when I didn't know the gravity of the situation, I'm spitting facts.
I just genuinely can't really care. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, I see no reason to be even respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry.
True.
She would then continue and say, was it right to do what I did?
Oh yeah, no, for sure no.
No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever and
True, I did not.
openly hate other people, so who's surprised on that? So the
True.
people bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time. And we're happy as fuck just taking a break from streaming in Japan. I've never hid that whatsoever. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm, and I don't plan to cry about it pussy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have typed it that way if ever, you know. I just didn't know. I didn't know how fucking big that shit was. Okay, my bad. Hot Shack, you're 5 gifted. I genuinely didn't think that was that big. I had no idea that there was like 25,000 people tweeting about me or some shit like that. I was genuinely busy. If I knew the gravity of the situation, I would have changed my like tweet or something. I would have probably like reflected it a little bit more or something like that. I didn't know that people were like, I thought that when they were like people talking about this shit, I thought they were like literally not serious.
She would then reply to 2 different replies, one supporting her and one shitting on her, and the latter said, so you're a massive bitch who mocks people for traumatic events that made them suicidal.
I did not know that that shit made him suicidal. I did not think that. I had no idea.
Got it. Good to know. If you actually didn't bother to do any introspection, you're a sad person and it speaks to your true nature. To which Demi would say, yeah, honestly, if we're talking about Chibi here, I don't sincerely care. I was genuinely surprised he was the guy.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. I didn't know. What I meant to say there is that I didn't know. I just genuinely didn't know that he was the guy. I just, that's the only thing I know about him.
The person supporting her would say, I feel like...
To be honest, I didn't think it was that serious either at the time. Yeah, me too. I had no fucking idea.
that should have been obvious to them. If we say NSFW, a lot of the times it is about people getting fucked or nudity. To which Demi would say, yeah, but they just want to farm Twitter engagement because they're poor as fuck and have nothing else to earn on. The OG post was obvious as fuck.
I'm kind of right about that. I'm pretty right about that. If you're literally like fucking posting on Twitter about how much you earn from literally rage baiting people, I'm kind of right about that.
So this post clarified her position on everything going on, but also confirmed that unlike what some people were saying that she had left her abusive ex, no, she was actually still with that same person and they had solved things, that they're now happy together and having a good time in Japan. On the next
That maybe you made a decision without knowing all the details. People do that sometimes, no stress. He's not your responsibility. Just walk off of it. Do a stream and support men, VTubers or something. I love men. I really do. I love women too. Do I hate some women and some men? Yeah. Fuck, dude. Just because I like men or women in general doesn't mean I fucking like every single person.
day, June 14th, she would reply to this post again and say, to add to this, I talked to my community about what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite.
Yeah, then I had to like talk to the Discord because I was like, guys, what's happening? I was like, guys, what's happening? I
do advocate mental health for women and men. I, however, do
true.
not care about chibi.
Also true.
I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when
True.
seeing his username, but I should have been the better person and said nothing. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and the association with it.
True. Wait, I'm spitting
People who think
facts.
I'm backpedaling. No, I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest.
If I knew that he was suicidal over it, I am apologized for it. I don't like to be the person to bring up somebody's like worst memories in life. I don't want to be that kind of person. I had no idea that was like genuine. Don't back down. No, I am apologizing for it. I don't think that it was right for me to do that. I didn't know it was that like serious or something like that. I had no idea about the video that he made about that shit. All I knew was that the Twitter posts about it, and that's the only thing that I knew about it. But if I knew how big that situation was or something like that, and it wasn't just like, because the only times I've ever seen it was because people were making memes about it. So that was my only introspection towards that like avenue, I guess, or like that situation.
Especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit.
It's not your responsibility to know his life story when he starts shit. Yeah, but it's my responsibility as a person in general to not bring up somebody's worst fucking memories in life, and also not to literally feed the hate or feed the trolls. To be the devil's eye, how did you know about the cheating and not think about he would be suicidal? Because of, you literally, I saw it a while ago. I only saw this one tweet about it. I don't know about the brother shit. I don't know anything about the doxing shit. But I did know about that post. Did you, like, it was like about like his friends and shit, like literally leaving him.
And everything about him is disgusting to me. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. For the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just
True.
as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed.
True.
It annoyed me that people have the time to scroll on my page but not take the time to literally read the OG post and the reply not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges came crawling in.
True. I got baited to shit.
My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on the porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance.
Facts? Straight facts. Like, yeah, true.
So she would clarify here, hey, I probably shouldn't have said anything to Chibi and just ignored him. I do
True.
advocate for mental health for women and men, but I just don't care about Chibi.
You could advocate for so many things and still don't like people. Dirty Garden Tool, like you're 68 months.
She would also
Yeah.
specify, yes, she acknowledges the Streisand effect, right? When you don't want people to know something, then people start talking about it more in regards to nudity, but she doesn't care about that. She was just making a post talking directly to her community. That's it. After this post would get made, Chibi would
I've
tweet
been
this out.
cheated on by my fiance and was not suicidal. I was banging rondos like crazy though. Well now,
Saying, instead of apologizing and making
Wait a minute. Why did he make it about them? Wait a minute. Instead of apologizing and making space, she doubles down in the latest post and blocks me. Thinks this says a lot about them. Them. Damn.
peace, she doubles down in latest post and blocks me. I think this says a lot about them. And he would
Never
show a screenshot of
can't
them
see. Thank you so much
blocking
for your
me. He
prime.
would then find out about her new reply that she made where she talked to her community, and he would also comment on it, saying, says sorry, not sorry. I just hate Chibi because he's a weirdo and will cheer on cheating because of it.
I never said that. He's literally making his own fucking like scenario and getting mad about it. What the fuck?
Locks replies, treats me worse than the boyfriend that stabbed
By the way, I locked replies because I was getting so many death threats. That was the only thing I was getting. It was no longer becoming like a no Demi, blah 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 blah. It was practically all death threats.
her in the leg that she's still with. Someone knows they're getting pushback.
Treats me worse than the boyfriend that stabbed her leg that she's still with. You mean the suicidal boyfriend that you want to preach so much about fucking mental health, but don't understand the nuance about being with somebody that literally attempted? Right.
So look, by now I'm sure you can understand how things have already started to spiral, and depending on your algorithm, depending on who you agree with, depending on how hard you look, you could find two very differing opinions at this point. The first group was focusing their hate on Demi, and the second group was focusing their hate on Chibi. This would, however, escalate to another level when Chibi would post again. This time a video, with him saying, addressing the VTuber drama, how she went mask off, and
I look so pretty here.
how I was personally attacked. Linking a video, and the thumbnail is Demi
I
with
love
text
my
on her
VTuber.
saying, she attacked me. In it, he would talk more about the things I already mentioned in this video. He'd call her a hypocrite, he'd say that she doesn't care about mental health because she attacked him.
I don't care what anybody else thinks about me and like their like opinions on me. I will always still advocate for mental health, especially for men, because I know for a fact that a lot of people, especially when it comes to men, they think that they need to keep it inside of them. They need to hold it in, and then they can't figure it out when to literally just talk about it. Sometimes I remember when I'm like, let's say like I was dating a person before, and then they just didn't know how to say their feelings. And it's a huge issue to not say your feelings, IMO. Because then, one, you just bottle it up, and then it gets worse and worse because you're just like not talking about it. And a lot of, usually when it comes to men, they don't do it as much because they think that it's supposed to be like somebody or whatever. Like it's not supposed to be that issue or something, or they think they're not manly for like, let's say, not, like if they talk about it, they look like a pussy, etc., etc. And that's the reason why, like some people like wonder why there needs to be a men's mental health. How about a woman's mental health? It's because men, literally by society things, makes them not talk about it. And you are supposed to talk about it. Keep that shit in. This is a psyop, boys. I'm a cute a buck. My best relationships I've ever had has always been with a guy that can speak their feelings because it makes the relationship so much fucking easier.
And doesn't care that it almost made him leave the planet, etc., etc. Now, just like how on Demi's post, most of the replies were negative, the same thing can be said here on Chibi posting the video. So as I said, two very differing opinions, and you could find those opinions on the posts of these two, right? So
It's frowned upon. Yeah, and that's the reason why men's mental health even exists, is because you need to talk about it.
this video would get a lot of attention from both sides, and the new narrative, other than the three others that we already spoke about, was that Demi was attacking Chibi. She was the aggressor, and he was the victim. Seeing all this, Demi would make another post saying,
Oh man! By the way, guys like Chibi are so anti-woke, but he literally acts woke, but on the opposite side. You hate me, so you hate all men. You didn't apologize enough, etc., etc. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I still didn't know how big this was, and I thought it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that shit was a funny fucking joke. I don't care. That shit was foul play. Nah, bruh. That shit was the funniest joke I've done in a while. I was dead ass. I'm pretty sure when I don't remember what time I tweeted this. Fuck, it depends on what time I tweeted this. Can somebody check what time it was in Japan when I tweeted this? Because it was either I was in like, it was either I was in bed giggling about it, or I was in the bathtub and like having a bath. I was like, you know, it'll be so funny. And then, dude, there's a lot of nuance around this topic, though. There's unfortunately a lot of men who think that they're supposed to trauma dump and not try to work on fixing their issues or making their issues better. And I say this as a guy. I think that therapy is so unfortunately stigmatized by like being a waste of money or something like that, that like it's villainized away. I think therapy helps even if you're not struggling with anything. I think it is always good to have somebody that is extremely unbiased towards your life. I think it's very important to talk about it with somebody, in my opinion. I think it's really important to have at least one person in your life that is unbiased. It's not just like will just be your ride and die or something. Somebody that will listen to what you have to say so that you can get better. That's the whole point, is that therapy is not going to fix your issues yourself. It's supposed to make you think about your issues in a way where you can finally understand them. You tweeted this at 8 to 9 a.m. in Japan time? Oh yeah, I was dead ass in that bathroom. I was dead ass relaxing in that fucking bathtub, bruh. My only problem is that people weaponize their fragility while being part of the toxic spaces. That's why me personally can never have sympathy for people like that, but you are 100% being the better person. I think in any scenario when it comes with speaking about mental health, it's, therapy is amazing in my opinion. I think that you need to talk to somebody unbiased. I think you need to always talk about somebody that you can talk to. Genuinely, that's it.
addressing the drama live right now, linking a Twitch channel that does 24 hours.
Yes. Some people think that just because you went to therapy, suddenly you'll understand and they'll tell you the answers. Therapy is not that. Therapy is so that you can openly be honest and not hide behind thingies or you being judged upon, so that you can literally heal from the things that you're saying. And for you do the job. You literally think about the things you could have done and the things that you have to accept. Things that you can literally do and what you do, and things that you maybe don't realize, maybe in a third person perspective, to have a new perspective in your journey of life, or let's say a thing that happened in your life. That's true. I had depression a long time ago, 2 to 3 years ago. Instead of crying about it, I went for help and it helped me a lot. Also, sport helped me a lot with a lot of this state. Yeah, I think that anything to do with physical activities, one physical activity in your life will help a lot. Some people, for me personally, when it comes to mental health, what helped me a lot always when it comes to any decision making or things that I'm regretting or something like that, I need to talk out loud, say how I feel, not type it, not whatever. I need to say it because it makes me reflect upon it. And then once I say it and rationalize it and then think about it and then I could have done this, but then accept that I didn't do that.
From the outside, It's hilarious when someone who's alleged villain goes to therapy and paints the situation like they're the victim. The most selfish person you know suddenly starts their I have to put myself first arc.
Something that you don't understand is that therapy is not going to make the person good suddenly. Therapy is supposed to make themselves realize something that they may have not realized before. Some people you know what I mean? Some people don't go to therapy because they want to get better. Not everybody goes to therapy wants to get better. Sometimes they just like changing the story a little bit so that they look good and having somebody telling them that they were like in the right for it or like there's nothing wrong with that and et cetera, et cetera. That's also an issue, but that's a different topic, okay? That's a very different topic that happens as well. But yeah, no, dude, you know, it is what it is. But like when you're actually going to therapy for help and stuff, it's supposed to make you reflect, and it's supposed to make you genuinely like realize some stuff. Bro, I paid for therapy for my ex in hopes that she will realize how narcissistic she is and how toxic. She went twice and said the therapist is stupid. Oh, damn.
Or reruns of past Deme streams, baiting people to click on it. This post would go as far as being community noted, with a note saying, the linked Twitch stream is a 24/7 rerun channel replaying VOD, not a live broadcast. But while some would call this—
But also, you cannot help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. Period. Something that you need to realize this in life. Just because you paid for somebody's fucking therapist, just because you help somebody like get help or whatever, doesn't matter. It has to be within themselves that they wanted to change. And that's the only time that somebody will change is if they take the steps themselves without any like pressure, without anything like whatever, and et cetera, et cetera.
The top tier troll, there was a looming shadow that was making its way towards Deme. The clip of her allegedly getting railed on stream was truly blowing up. Like, I mean, it was going mega.
You have no idea, but some people love actually being fucking crazy. I was not listening. Okay, wait, what did he say?
As far as being community noted, with a note saying, the linked Twitch stream is a 24/7 rerun channel replaying VODs, not a live broadcast. But while some would call this a top tier troll, there was a looming shadow that was making its way towards Deme.
Nah. That post, nobody will ever change my mind. That was the funniest thing I've ever did this year. I don't care. I remember when I was taking a shower and shit like that, then it dawned on me. I was like, wait. Because I remember talking to Nikita about it. Man, I wish I could just like at least farm this shit on stream. I mean, that would make it better for me to like be able to like at least like be able to talk because I'm not very good at tweeting, you know, my feelings, obviously. So I really wanted to go live and talk about it. But then I couldn't because I was in Japan and shit. And I was like taking a vacation. So I was like, wait a minute. I could bait the shit out of them. That shit genuinely gave me death threats. Nah, dude. Oh my God. Holy shit. Nah, some people got so mad for that shit, dude. They literally like, nah, dude.
Clip of her allegedly getting railed on stream was truly blowing up. Like, I mean, it was going mega viral. So much so that a user would make fan art of Deme getting piped while also making—
Oh, wow. Mental health. We can draw all this shit. Sheeshers, dude.
fun of the incident where she was stabbed, right? Saying, please don't let him find out, otherwise he'll stab me with the scissors again. Effectively making it seem like—
Something that made me realize
Now,
how
Deme
bad I was for my first girlfriend was an animated video about how abuse happens in relationships. And it was then when I realized what damage I had done in the situation. I'm still friends with my ex, and we rebuilt bridges for the most part. But boy did I recognize just
how horribly my narcissistic parents had sheltered my worldview. Mental health repair does not always directly come from the therapist. Yeah, dude. Exactly. Sometimes it's just like, the one thing that people struggle in is that sometimes people can't accept that they're the bad one. They're the ones actually making it worse. They can't see themselves as somebody that can make that mistakes because, like, there's no way that I could do it. There's no way that Bubba can do it, et cetera, et cetera. It's just like, it's a spiral. It's a cycle.
For some reason, quote tweet this fan art, She would not, however, address this whole getting railed on stream thing, so I don't know why
Oh, I didn't know that that was happening.
she decided to quote tweet this post in particular, but here's what she had to say. Chibi fans want to preach about men's mental health while making fun of a man's suicide attempt. I got slashed accidentally when I pulled the scissors away from him, trying to save his life from a horrible decision. Their obsession with the cuck fantasy also checks out.
No, dude. Once you notice this, you'll always see it. In every scenario that they're trying to brigade me with something, it's a cuck fantasy, FYI. Like, it's insane. It's insane. The whole, like, scissors thing that they want to, like, talk about it or whatever, cuck fantasy. The whole, like, having sex on stream, they change it to be, like, a cuck fantasy. Every single thing that they change or want to, like, feel like or whatever has been a cuck fantasy. Is that not crazy?
I had no idea that Chibi Reviews tried to take his own life, and I don't wish that upon anyone. As I said before, I don't care about the guy in general. I'm not going to apologize to a guy who dated a teen when he's pushing 30. Scammed his fans out of thousands of dollars of a lawsuit that never happened. Never in my life have I heard of people siding with a cheating future wife in any scenario, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I don't know if this is 100% correct, but a friend told me this, and I believe them, that, like, when he said that he married her, she was in her teenager and he was in his 20s. So if they married when she was a teenager, how long were they dating beforehand for them to get married? So that's where that came from.
Surprised the guy doesn't understand boundaries / consent. If you want to hate me through how I speak and carry
I'm
myself,
not gonna say who said that to me, but I do trust them a lot. They wouldn't make that shit up.
fair game. However, if you're going
And
to
I did Google that shit. I did try to Google that shit, and people also did say that. So I'm not really sure.
always complain about harassment in Twitter and cause harassment on me getting physically harmed, it makes 0 sense. Anyway, I'm gonna continue my Japan trip. Peace
Oh,
emoji.
peace.
Now, she would reply to this very shortly after and say, had to update the tweet since I didn't want to spread misinformation, my bad on that. And what she was referencing
Yeah, I thought that this. I'm sorry, dude. I had no idea that this was a fake fucking thing. I genuinely thought that was dead ass real.
was the fact that in the first version of this, she would link an image in which Chibi Reviews says, went to Walmart today and saw some cute LOLIs, which honestly
Dude, if I'm being honest, it looked like it would legitimately be real.
my day.
My bad.
Well, so this is a fake tweet, right? Chibi never tweeted this. Many use it to hate on him because if it were to be true, this would be him admitting that he pretty much likes
I don't
children,
blame
right?
you.
IRL
Like, dude,
children,
sorry, my
and still
bad.
calls them
Dude.
LOLI, even though they're meant to be fictional characters, right?
It's so hard to address drama when I'm not on my fucking PC and can do my own, like, proper sit down and, like, proper research and shit. So, like, a lot of the times I was just on my phone and people were, like, really, like, pushing me to, like, address this shit. But I'm like, dude, I'm legitimately on my fucking phone.
So, you know, just straight up admitting he's a pedophile. This image has spread so
Then
much.
don't. Yeah, I shouldn't have. I legitimately shouldn't have. I should have just. I remember this. I remember this tweet actually. This was more for Nikita than it was for me because it was affecting his mental state a lot with people not getting the story right. So it wasn't actually for me. I personally wanted to just leave it alone. But, like, it was really affecting him. Which I don't blame him. Imagine, like, people making fun of your suicide attempt.
That there's a lot of people who believe it's real. In fact, even Internet Anarchist, when he made his video about Chibi, had initially included this tweet, which later forced him to re-upload the video once he found out that it was fake. In this case, though, Deme would fairly quickly remove it and edit the tweet because I'm pretty sure you can't edit after an hour had passed. But to some,
I edited it in 3 minutes.
the damage was already done. It didn't matter. You clearly knew what you were doing, trying to slander his name, and no
I changed it in 3 minutes. The fuck are you trying to say?
amount of trying to fix it will solve this. Now, this tweet, of course,
Did
would
a
attract many people
week-long
who hate her. It would
ayahuasca
receive a lot
retreat because they told me it's like 50 years of therapy in a week. It was brutal. You will gain wisdom you did not earn is a lot scarier than you imagine.
of backlash. It simply didn't do anything to calm down Chibi fans who were pissed at her. At the same time, I'd be lying to you if I said that Chibi wasn't also receiving hate himself. As I said, opinions were really divided into 2 categories with no nuance. You either hated Deme or you hated Chibi. There was no in between. But here's the thing. All of a sudden, you had a third group of people join in on this drama. People who didn't really care who Chibi or Deme even were. They were just shocked to see a VTuber allegedly getting railed live on stream. This is yet another post referencing that same stream. getting over 7 million views. Here's another post saying this clip makes it far more obvious what the
Ay. And that's the one that I saw this shit. It was after that.
5 million views. Someone would say, man, she's weird for doing this, but why do people care about this? The person who posted it would say, who knows? I just thought it was funny, LMAO. So see, this was a third group of people coming in, not really caring about the drama. In fact, they don't even know how this drama began, just acting shocked over this. This is yet another post saying, yo, Deme, I think you might want to take down the VOD. Getting railed midstream is kind of crazy.
I don't think I'm ever gonna take down that VOD. I think that shit is funny as fuck that people think that way. The I don't know, the cuck fantasy is just so strong with people.
This would again get over 6 million views. And I mean, in general, for June 14th and 15th, this had taken over the entire...
Do you see what I mean by that? Gets uncomfortable with art of her model, but they love the idea of me having sex on stream because it ruins the idea of me like... just because like they just think that all women are whore and shit. Literally. It's just like the dumbest thing ever. It's like the dumbest thing ever. The only reason why this idea of me getting sex or like having sex on stream is because I don't do Fansly. Or like if I had a Fansly or an OnlyFans, they know for a fact that this kind of allegation would just make me grow even more. But because I'm literally somebody who doesn't do that kind of stuff, who doesn't even like porn that much, and well, I'm okay with porn, just not about me, duh. And yeah, no, that's it. I personally don't even watch porn. I haven't looked at it for like months and months and end. I think it's been like 2 years.
Website. Now, yes, of course, I'm going to show you clips so that you can make up your own mind, but I just want you to understand. This had gotten so viral that when you go to YouTube, you can try this right now. Pause the video and do it yourself. If you just as much type Deme, you will see one of the first results being Deme plays Outer Wilds #2. Deme Outer
It's more probable for Deme to crack us than getting close to getting cracked. What does that mean?
Wilds 2. Demenishki.
We noticed that people started subscribing to your coffee trying to find a secret OnlyFans. It was hilarious. Really?
Outer Wilds. Deme outwards to VOD. This didn't just take over the algorithm of Twitter. This took over the YouTube algorithm too. Prior to this drama, this VOD had like 50k views, maybe 60k views at most, under 100k for sure. In less than 48 hours, it had reached over 800,000 views. And as you might expect, most of the top comments, actually no, you know what? All of them are referencing her being railed. There were multiple comments describing in very painful detail what was happening during every system.
Some people thought I got suffocated or some shit like that. The funniest thing is I'm mentioning a fucking VR joke about a girl getting phantom allergies with tomatoes. But then they were like, she's getting choked!
Suspicious event. I mean, this guy right here would just admit it himself. He spent 6 hours watching the VOD and making these timestamps. 6 hours. Everyone making these timestamps would claim that she was getting railed for over 2 hours on stream. So look, at this point, it's pointless to keep talking about this. You have to listen to it yourself to make up your own opinion. So let's do this. I'm going to increase the volume during editing on these clips so that way you can tell what's going on, even if you're on speakers. Because the people claiming she was getting railed were also claiming that they could hear clapping in the background. All right, so
clapping.
Let's actually start with the first clip that went viral here.
Yeah, this was the user that literally botted their shit.
It's 2 minutes long, and this really was the one that started this narrative. Okay? This is Patient Zero.
There's no, you know what sucks? I wish it was with another game. I wish it was with CS, that people can see my skills at least, and then like have the allegations, but in an Outer Wild thingy. So people saw how fucking dumb I was when it comes to some puzzles, and that pisses me off. Like some puzzles, like I think I finished this game quite easily, but like, dude, skills lost to Era, by the way. I was having a really tough week that week, okay? Like, stop making that joke.
Watch for yourself.
Of course.
Yes. Of course.
Wait, no.
Yes.
It makes sense
I
now.
have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says that was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon.
God! How many people saw how bad I was in reading? No! Guys, you don't get it. I was actually stuttering because I had like I Nikita AFK'd in his stream and started like dung dung dunging me. You know what I mean?
Won't be asked. Wow, I cannot fucking read.
Guys,
Dude, that was like actually like grade 1 level of like.
dung dung dunging me. Rachel's like a 16 months.
Oh my god, this shit.
That game, the only game where you had to read a lot.
Oh my god. I just need to like calm down.
Okay.
I'm calm now. I hope you're pulling my
Oh, fuck me. It's so cringe seeing me fucking stutter with my words. I wish I wasn't dyslexic. I wish that all games had the dyslexic fucking thingy so I could stop stuttering and embarrassing myself and shit like that.
This is so fucking. Read slower? You just gotta just lock in, dude. Okay, sorry. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I just have to go more American, sorry.
Yeah, true.
I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain that they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on an indefinite hiatus. Whoa! I suddenly
Okay, wait, I locked in!
can read really properly, what the fuck? Tell Private and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain from the construction yard from now.
Wait!
An update. Mallow and I will join you and Dad's. Private left to... I can't. Private left to visit her friends. She fears Idea may feel responsible.
Yeah, there we go.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I had no idea. Sometimes, okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, but when I read out loud, I feel like I'm not getting any of the information in my head because I'm more focused on reading out loud so that you guys can hear what I'm reading than actually reading and actually putting it in my head. So I don't know. The problem when it comes to these games, I really, really, really wish I could play more games like this because I find them very entertaining. But when I have to read out loud, I feel like I don't get the information. So you see me, like, I don't know if you watched the VOD or something. Well, millions of people did. But I have to reread a lot of stuff because I just couldn't, for the life of me, retain the information that I'm reading because I'm more focused on reading out loud than I am actually reading it.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm dyslexic as hell. Yeah, it's rough. You should not play Undertale then. Undertale sometimes happened to me too. That happened to me too as well.
Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is setting the last of its cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Wait, they found the eye!
All right, so this was the clip.
Wait, I never watched this before. Is this actually the clip? That was it? 44K? No way! There has to be something more! No way! Where was the clapping? I thought it would be more convincing than that. I was like so ready to cringe. I thought it would be more convincing about that. Dude, is it just because of me like being dyslexic? Maybe there's more? No, maybe there's probably more. I think there's just no way that's it. There's 100% that this tweet has 44K views because like there has to be more.
With 10 million views, what were you supposed to look
I'm
out
surprised they didn't bring up the jumping jack clips.
for? Well, according to the people alleging that she was getting railed here, it was about her over-the-top reactions. It was about her constantly wiggling back and forth. It was about her behavior in general, all right? Now, to the person that said this clip makes it far more
Oh, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Where's the evidence? Let's hear it.
obvious, WTF, LMAO, also garnering 5 million
Everybody,
views.
pause
I'll
time.
let you watch it and decide for yourself.
We'll be ignoring that setting. Oh, I can pause it with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our nature, so I suggest
Just we do. Given the orbital probe cannon.
Probe cannon, all the power it structurally
I remember this scene. It was when they were like, there was a couple and they were like sending back and forth messages. So it was kind of like lovey-dovey. So I was voice acting and I needed to lock in for fucking reading. Duh.
Stan creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe.
What? Chance of... Yes!
Yes,
The probe must must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. Yeah, I remember this shit.
I see.
Oh my god, I'm bouncing on it right now! I'm doing it again! My dyslexia is fairly
My
mild.
dyslexia is fairly mild for reading. It's more an issue with spelling for me, and also if I hear voices saying words no other noises do it, I cannot comprehend what I'm reading. So if I'm reading in public, I have to have headphones in with instrumental music playing.
No, real. When I was studying for uni and stuff like that, I can never listen to music that had anybody talking. Oh, hated that shit. So my playlist when I was like study music, it was like lo-fi. Oh my god. I was like, I don't listen to lo-fi anymore because I don't really read as much anymore. But when I was in uni, bro, or like in high school, lo-fi like made me survive.
Again, same argument here. Her behavior, the way she's talking, the way she's moving. These two clips were enough for these people to conclude that she was being hyped. Now I'm going to use some of the top comments on this video of
The
people
clap! No, come on. Now I'm curious. Click that, Mujin. Click that. I need to see.
who genuinely believe that she got railed, so that you can determine whether
I'm not gonna lie. This being a more bigger thing than a chibi thing, I think is hilarious. I can't take this shit seriously. I think it's more funny than it is slander. I think they try to slander my name because they know for a fact. Okay, so the whole point of this is that I am the type of person that doesn't do porn, and then the whole idea is that me doing this would be crazy. But like, it's funny as fuck though.
these two top comments on this video.
Like if you actually watch these clips and you think of every sex, you are porn addicted. Oh my god, you just need to have that cuck fantasy, don't you?
So again, same argument here. Her behavior, the way she's talking, the way she's moving. These two clips were enough for these people to conclude that she was being hyped. Now I'm going to use some of the top comments on this video of people who genuinely believe that she got railed, so that you can determine whether what they're saying is real or not. One top comment would say, bro, the clap, crying emoji. So let's take a look at that.
Oh, I can pause it with nearly
100%. Oh, you could literally see that I slapped my thigh.
She got railed, so that you can determine
saw my
whether
hand
what
go
they're
up and
saying is
down.
real or not. One top comment would say, bro, the clap, crying emoji. So
You think having sex on stream will only have a single clap happen? No way. One clap. Do you know how fat I am? No fucking way, bro.
let's take a look at that.
Oh, I can pause it with
You can literally see my hand.
nearly 100%.
Right, so that clap right there was deemed suspicious. Another top comment would say she tried to play that off, linking another timestamp. Let's check it out.
No, not this part. I struggle on this one.
Bro,
No,
making
that's so
these
embarrassing.
videos getting hard to palm bottles and shit to see sex in this shit lamau.
Nah, bruh. Nah. Nah, dude. Wait, what was the context of this? I actually have no idea. What was the context of this?
I need to keep on site everything that's already still here.
Another top comment
Oh, it's me being frustrated that I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing, and then it's been 20 minutes of me trying to do this.
would say here, she is really taking it here, bro. Linking another timestamp.
Do people think that you can actually have sex for 3 hours with a disabled girl without having skin tear and it being actually just painful, that it is actually enjoyable? But yeah, no, people don't know about this with EDS, but skin is way more thinner than it is with normal people. So unfortunately, when it comes to sexual things, you can't go on for that long. People don't know that about EDS because, like, why would people talk about that? But if you Google EDS and Ehlers-Danlos, unfortunately, fuck yeah, unfortunately, shit, it sucks. it happens when it comes with, let's say, like my ear or something like that. That's why I got an ear infection, because I ripped my skin off by accident by just like cleaning my ear, and then I got an infection. That's how I got it. And then when it comes with sex, you can't do it for that long, or else it starts just to be painful.
Maybe read more than half.
Especially when it comes with, like, let's say, like, okay, this is gonna be TMI, super TMI. But when it comes with, like, let's say, like, some people were like, okay, maybe she's not having sex, maybe she's fingering herself. Can't do that. It would rip my skin off.
Oh, the instructions, like, okay, listen.
It won't rip my skin
Actually,
off.
other than
It will
timestamps,
rip my skin open or bruise me, and that hurts.
Also, most replayed. Oh my god, this VOD has been watched so many times. Around 112, it's...
That's awful, Demi. I know. It sucks. But yeah, if you don't believe me, you can just Google it. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome causes weak connective tissue, which makes the skin fragile, stretchy, and prone to tearing with minor bumps or friction. Wounds also tend to heal slowly and leave wide or thin scars. Severe skin tearing is the most common types of classical EDS and shit like that. So, yeah, skin heals slowly. I don't know. I've never had an issue with skin healing slowly. Whenever I had a surgery, I never had like surgery wounds ever be like open for that long. Never had that issue, personally.
the most replayed part of the entire video, so we can check that out too.
So you are medically unable to goon? I'm really glad that I'm demisexual, because I don't really do that stuff that much, because I just can't. Also, okay, this is really stupid. I don't really like breathing through my mouth, because then it makes my throat hurt, and then I can't stream. So this is gonna be really TMI, but I don't really moan, because I don't want to sacrifice streaming for sex. So
It's her with her tongue out.
I'm sorry, that's so TMI, but like whatever, dude. I can't do it, dude. Come on, you can't. This was during a subathon. I'm pretty sure this was during a subathon. No. Before you say that I'm too dedicated to like streaming or something. This was during a subathon. I can't sacrifice my voice for anything, dude. It's already sacrificed for stream. I can't. I'm already like, if you hear my voice here, I'm already struggling talking. Dude, come on. Yeah, several days into the subathon, late at night streaming, yeah, my voice was getting a hit from this really badly. Subathons like fuck my voice up for like months. I don't moan so I could stream more. First time that has ever been said. Dude, it's a subathon. Come on. There'll be other moments. Wait, they think this is sex? Me making sure that I'm like literally landing perfectly is? This?
God, dude, I need to stop sticking my tongue out when I'm focusing. It's really fucking embarrassing, and I don't.
Did you know I became a VTuber for also that? Because during like when I played CS back in the day with a face cam on, I went so close to the camera that you can barely see me, and it's just so fucking embarrassing.
I don't know how to fucking stop.
All right, so I guess it's mostly about the tongue here, and the rest of this.
You expect these people to have a good grasp of reality? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Most replayed part is the clips that we already saw, the ones that got 10 million views and 5 million views. I guess, okay, the actual last thing I'll show you is something from this diabolical codex of timestamps, in which this person highlights that Deme was being, well, choked.
Is this the fucking tomato joke that I do a lot? I need to move. I need to see this shit. I need you to see this shit. Oh my god, it is! Look at the chat! Phantom sensed this!
Why is everything going bad?
There's no way! There's no way they actually think I got choked on stream for that shit, dude! No way! No! No way. Oh my god. Theater kid level acting. Yeah, well, people believed it. So guess what? You guys cannot make fun of my acting now. There's no way. Only for genius.
I also saw a post on Twitter saying that this was...
You know what? By the way, this is so unrelated, but okay. There's a clip of, I think, this guy named Sneeko on Twitter recently where he's trying to do the bit of doing this. I now am so painfully aware of me looking at chat whenever I do a joke, and that shit fucked me up. Do you see this? I made a joke. I had to close my eyes. But like the moment I opened my eyes, I had to look at chat. I had to look at chat if they were like Omega lolling. Oh no. No, dude. Fuck. You do that always? I know, but somebody else getting made fun of that when I do it, it's like it sucks. You know what I mean? Dude, come on.
Was proof that she liked...
Do you need that instant gratification? Oh man, fuck, man. I do look for validation.
Choked during, you know what. But I'll leave that up to you. Was she actually going through that, or was this nothing more than a bit than a joke? And I'd say the last notable clip here is someone on Twitter claiming that she is grabbing his shit on stream, also garnering around 5 million views.
Oh,
okay, again,
I'm holding a cock on stream. Boom. I'm scratching my head. Do people not know that the hand tracker is literally on my desk, so it's not going to one-to-one track every single time? I thought you were grabbing the mic. No, there's no way. Oh! When did I do this subathon? Was my mic on my left or in my right? It's either my mic. If it's in my... I usually have my mic on my right, though. I never really have it on my left. It depends, though. It depends where the door is. I don't remember where my mic was. It was a year and a half ago. I was in my mom's house. And then the table was against the door. Is your tracking? This is my left. This is my right. My mic is right now, right here. Oh, right here. That's it? Wait, that's it?
XR is over 10
And
No, nothing like this. Not even stroking. Nothing. That's it. No shot. No shot.
with that, you are all caught up to the clips where people were claiming that she was being railed. Now, of course, while this did go viral and led to millions of people believing it, there were still some people that disagreed, right? That offered counter arguments. Like, for example, this person would show this clip saying that, yes, this clip where she acted kind of sus was missing context because this is what happened prior. This is referencing the clip that got 10 million views.
Yeah, guys, love when you just grab it and do nothing else to it. I love when you just touch it as if it's disgusting. Like, dude, there's no way, bro.
You know, shit on side.
I love it when you just... How small do you think the dick is? How did I do that before? What the fuck? Oi. What am I doing? What do you think? I'm squeezing the cock? Scratching his balls? Milking it? Yo! Have you ever noticed all the clips that are viral about the whole like sex on stream is all out of context? No, like whatever, no nothing. It has to start in a very like no consty way, but then people love believing their narratives. All it takes is one pull.
And with that, you are all caught up to the clips where people were claiming that she was being railed. Now, of course, while this did go viral and led to millions of people believing it, there were still some people that disagreed, right? That offered counter arguments. Like, for example, this person would show this clip saying that, yes, this clip where she acted kind of sus was missing context because this is what happened prior. This is referencing the clip that got 10 million views.
The thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love.
Yup. Voice acting. People can do it. Crazy. Crazy idea.
God, dude, am I reading some fucking, like, e-sex? What the fuck is going on?
Regardless, though, this had blown up beyond anyone's wildest dreams. But instead of addressing this on Twitter, Deme would actually take the decision to address it in her Discord, straight to her community. She would post an announcement saying,
Dude, I'm spitting facts of shit.
I'm not really surprised that Chibi viewers genuinely believe I had sex
I think they said that you sounded hot. Aww. Cute.
on stream because they probably never heard a woman talk to them IRL.
Am I wrong? Question mark.
Nikita, her boyfriend, was literally streaming at the same time. They're literally trying to make themselves have a POV. You can't make this shit up. They can't defend themselves with the points I've said, so they're doing a character smear campaign. Also, this was the time when we can hear each other during stream because he was in the bathroom. So to her, this was ridiculous. The guy was in the bathroom. She would never get railed on stream, and this was nothing more than an attempt to disparage her character. However, some people caught wind of that Discord announcement and actually decided to try and debunk what she was saying. This person right here would say, I believe Deme is lying about the date of her Outer Wild stream. She claimed it was August 10th, but during her stream, she opens Instagram and you can see the date on her desktop. It's August 12th.
They're so fucking stupid, dude. They also don't understand time zones exist. Yeah. What do you expect, honestly? Do you expect people who believe that shit? Like, after looking at... Okay, this was my first time, actually, in my life, sitting down and watching the clips that they are thinking I'm having sex on. And I cannot believe... I cannot!
She was streaming.
Proposing like Summer Prime. Dude, no fucking way. Dude, they don't understand time zones. Shocker. They don't understand time zones. Shock my fucking face off. I watched the entire video, then looked at the comments. And somehow the YouTube comments are the most reasonable ones I've seen.
Lying about the date of her Outer Wild stream. She claimed it was August 10th, but during her stream, she...
Hashtag blame Dax. Daxter's my editor when it comes to the demi VODs. I don't... People who think that streamers still, like, post their own VODs and shit and not have a manager when you're already at 2K Andy is insane. So they think that I'm the one lying. Daxter, with or without context, it's so stupid. They are so wrong. Dates were wrong because I am the one who uploads the VODs.
It's Instagram and you can see the date on her desktop. It's August 12th. She was streaming on August 10th, but she was playing Battlefield 6. You can see the date on her desktop again. Her boyfriend was streaming on August 10th as she claimed. You can see his desktop time.
He has UK time zone in his PC. Why wouldn't he have the UK time zone in his PC?
Too. So why does the description on her VOD say...
By the way, I am surprised that nobody has any critical thinking and stuff like that. Why do you think that this is only going viral now after I'm saying I don't really like porn? Because somebody's cuck fantasy was like literally destroyed. That they had to be like, no! No! It has to be real!
Outer Wild stream took place
Some
on
fucking
August 10th
4chan or
and
some
August
shit.
12th. August
Get
12th
Novo,
being the
day
same
6 months.
Her boyfriend has no stream
What
VODs
the fuck?
uploaded.
I just
Time
joined.
zones can make up 2 days mistake. I think that Daxter just didn't write the VOD right. I think that's pretty much it. I think the reason why this is an issue is because I posted a timestamp on the literal streamer website analytics. You can just check when I streamed and when he streamed in the streamer analytics. Why are we going through YouTube VODs? You can literally check exactly when I streamed. It's a fucking VOD. It's a Twitch thing that happened live. Dude, why are we using YouTube as a significance? It's supposed you use fucking like Twitch analytics to see when we went live.
think it's because she's lying and needs an
I don't know,
alibi
man.
for her boyfriend. This doesn't prove she did anything dirty on her Outer Wild stream, but I believe it does prove she changed the date of the stream in her description.
How can I do that? How can I change reality when you can literally Google that shit? What the fuck?
Which is pretty sus in my opinion. Does anyone have another explanation? I'll happily correct myself if so. So now the detectives were on the case, but here's the deal.
So you're on the detective on the case, but you don't want to look at stream analytics when you can literally see in your time zone when the live stream happened? Drama so unemployed they believe you changed the fabric of reality. I don't know, dude.
Deme's Discord post trying to explain to her community what's going on would somehow backfire. Because now the narrative went from, oh, she was being
Why do all that instead of just not uploading it? What do you mean?
by her own boyfriend live on stream, to the new narrative, which is,
They also don't realize it was a subathon, so the VODs were like 48 hours long. Yerp.
oh, she says her boyfriend was streaming at the same time? Well, that means she was being piped by someone else. She's cheating on him and her boyfriend is a Yes, this somehow still managed to escalate to another level. The way these people would reach this conclusion is by linking the VOD of the boyfriend as Deme was streaming at the same time. They'd claim that while her boyfriend was streaming the game Counter-Strike, Deme was being
New
piped by
narrative,
another
new narrative
guy
drop,
on the
new
opposite room
goalpost.
because she was screaming in the background. Watch it for yourself.
Cinema. Absolute.
Guys, Demi screaming in the other room, it threw me off, man. Okay, that's my reasoning behind that, okay?
Now, look, the same person who tried to debunk Deme's behavior in her Outer Wild stream by adding more context would again pop in with a post with over 5 million views saying that these allegations were incorrect. He had matched the time codes of both the boyfriend stream and Deme's stream and concluded that her screams had nothing to do with getting piped. You see, the clip we just watched, he'd argued that at the same time this was happening, this is what was happening on Deme's stream.
It's actually from before, right? They're just, I don't think, the only thing that can kill me is I can't do this! I can't do this!
Now, one of the top critics of this user would be someone saying, dude, you are cutting the nearly 2 hours of video where she bounces around and moans. It's a 2 hour long video and you just nitpick the parts where she looks less suspicious and then
A 2-hour video, and then some people think you can have sex for 2 hours straight piping. Jesus Christ. They need to stop watching porn, man. They really do. They really do. It's actually, I never thought that the porn, like, addiction is that bad, but like, dude, nobody has sex for like fucking 2 hours.
it's to make her look innocent. And while yes, this
Daxter just sent me this. Small note of VOD days because I saw some conspiracy skits on Twitter. Full day was from the subathon, specifically day 3, starting on August 10th, 2025. Outer Worlds posted within 5 hours in that VOD because the VOD is still going and I was posting while it was still live. They became August 10th. And because I live in MSK time zone, which is 5 hours behind PhD, it was still August 10th, which is why in Demi Species clock, it was showing August 11th. Wow. Wow.
post of debunking those claims would get over 5 million views and would get people agreeing with it, it would of course still get
The fact that you could even have to explain this, I don't even think I need to explain this. I think people want to accept the narrative that they want to so badly, no matter what is in front of them, because they want to hear what they want to hear. I think it's very obvious that people want to hear what they want to hear, and if it's whether it's me having sex on stream or something like that, then whatever, dude. What can I do?
clash, just like everything we've seen.
It's to confirm their biases. Yeah, literally.
Honestly, so far. With this person calling Demi fans cuckolds, implying that they're just coping over the fact that she was being railed on stream. Manager Jojo, the same guy who was trying to debunk these claims, would even go as far as show proof that these two VODs actually line up by showing his editing software, because some were claiming that he was using the wrong VOD and that he was a liar.
Plunchies, like it's so tier 3 for 45 months. Oh, we're the cucks. Hey, listen. Anytime that somebody's trying to attack you for some shit, it's usually a projection. Always is, always will be.
By this point, this was really all over the place. Depending on your interest on Twitter, it could have literally just taken over your entire feed. And it was really—
And the funny thing is, I don't even think that if you actually are like somebody who enjoys being a cuck, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just personally think it's weird, sure, but like, just do whatever you want to do.
Featuring every single type of personality at this point. You had detectives. You
Yeah,
had
people literally like switching fucking, what is it called? You have people literally like switching
literal like marriage couples just because they want to like experience something new or some shit. Swingers. Yeah, you have swingers living. I also personally don't really give a fuck what other people are into. I only give a fuck about the person I'm dating, what they're into personally. I don't really care about like I don't really care about that shit.
Posters, you had normies who had no idea what was going on that were just interested in the idea of a VTuber getting railed on stream. As I
Yeah, consenting adults, literally.
said, this had been trending on Twitter.
But I don't know why. Like it's always in the internet. People who are like literally with a cuck fantasy, they're so ashamed of it that they have to force it upon other people. What the fuck, dude? You have people who are so open about being poly and shit like that. They don't give a fuck and whatever. But then like
Good
for some reason,
evening,
cucks are so
Dean
like
AKA Deme.
shy about being cucks. Quartus, like I saw 8 months. It's their addiction talking. But I don't understand because like I don't really understand because like with so many off like fetishes and stuff like that, people are so open about it and so unashamedly so. Why is there so many closet cucks?
multiple days, claiming that there were over 250,000 posts made just talking about it. It would become a global phenomenon, spreading as far as Indonesia, the entire Spanish-speaking community, and even China.
China!
Okay? Do you know how many Western dramas make it to
Sheeshers.
China or Japan? I apologize in advance for
Oh my god!
revealing to you this information, but this Japanese person would claim that they love Demi, the idea of a VTuber getting piped on stream is really hot, and would proceed to spill their mayonnaise over this image of her. Okay?
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
really explain this in
Ew.
more detail, all right? He would just empty his mayonnaise bottle on this image of her VTuber model. This had escalated to the most
If you're gonna like, I don't know, do that kind of thing, can it at least be like me looking good? Really? This? That's what you're gonna jack off to? This? Yikes. I look good in some things, you know? Like, I you don't have to like pick an ugly photo of me.
ridiculous level I've seen in so long. And yet, I'm here to tell you
I'm
that it
joking.
somehow escalated further.
But it is a fucking ugly ass photo though.
And got worse. So by June 16th, barely just a few days after this had began, Chibi would make a tweet saying, "I feel this is important to say. If Demi actually
I never believed him in the shit.
offered me a sincere apology, I'd accept it
You
on the spot. I
underestimate
believe in
what a
forgiveness
man
and
needs to
goodwill.
spill their
However,
mayonnaise.
apologies are hard nowadays because of pride and ego usually gets in the way,
Says him. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
especially if you're a content creator. So again, as I said earlier, to Chibi, he was the real victim here and Demi was the aggressor. If she had simply just apologized, then none of this would have
I do apologize. I don't think what I did was right. I actually don't. Now that I know the context and whatever, and even if I didn't know or whatever, I should not have ever replied to him anyways. I should have not gotten involved with his community. I should not have gotten involved in anything. It was a mistake on my end. No. You saying question marks? No, dude. I should have never even fucking knew that he existed. I should not have been on Twitter on my fucking vacation anyway, period. Like, genuinely. Why the fuck was I on Twitter, bro?
happened. He would also comment on all these
I was legitimately, like, in Japan in a fucking train, and then, like, I just saw that shit, and then I tweeted, and then it just blew up.
viral clips of that Outer World stream, saying, when it's multiple
It's okay, I mean, you can't know about people like this. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, obviously I wouldn't know anything about chibi reviews when I barely even watch fucking anime. But, like, fuck. What can you do? Hindsight is truly 2020 afterwards. I personally will never, ever get farmed again because I just don't really care for it anymore. And honestly, I think it did do a cleansing for my, like, videos and everything. Now when I look at video, people, like, literally commenting on my shit, all the bad actors are gone. All the people who kept making drama in my YouTube videos or, like, in Twitch and stuff like that, or, like, in any situation, they're kind of gone. It's, like, kind of nice and peaceful now. It's, like, back to what it was when I was really comfortable with streaming and I kind of blew up a little bit more. And that shit, like, really made me uncomfortable. I don't like that shit. I don't want to be too big of a streamer. I want to be a very, like, controlled size, if I'm being honest. Like, I think too Maybe even 1.5 to like 3K is such a comfortable thing. Anything above that, it's scary zone. You're becoming so big to the point where you're in people's radars of like a big streamer, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of scary. I like being niche. I really like being niche. I think it's like really more fun as a streamer to be niche because it's just more fun.
Examples of her getting railed, it's no longer just an act. We don't have complete definitive proof, but it is damning. Now, of course, this would lead to some people saying we don't have complete definitive proof, so it's fine to call Chibi a pedophile then. Just the usual back and forth that you find on this website, but you get the point. To Chibi, she was 100% being piped on stream, and it further showed just how bad her character truly was. But this simply wasn't about her brand or VTuber model.
Damn! By the way, they posted this on Twitter, acting as if I wasn't the one that literally showed this on stream, making fun of like, damn, dude, I gained so much fucking weight. This is the context of this. I was back on a trip, and then my mom took a video of me. I took a screenshot. That's the reason why you could see this. It's a Facebook video in Messenger. I took a screenshot, showed it on stream. They act as if this is a leaked photo. I showed it on stream, like, genuinely. I was laughing about how fat I was because, like, damn, dude, I need to stop fucking eating. And I was laughing about it, dude. I was like, damn, bro, I really need to stop eating, dude. Holy shit, dude. Oh, nah, dude. I am now, from this to now, I think I'm like, I gained 3 pounds during the UK. So I think I lost 10 pounds in total. But it was supposed to be 15. It's supposed to be like around 16 now. But like, you know, what can you do? I fucking hate the UK. And I don't know. It's hard. I don't know why, but it's really hard for me personally to like lose weight in the UK. But now I'm back in the Philippines. So I'm now going to be focusing on my health again. I'm going, after I get my medical thingy fixed, I'm going to go back to the gym. I'm going to start like really researching about that stuff. I'm going to now like go back to my diet food, which is good because it literally like has my whole food out planned for me for like Monday to Friday that I eat on the weekend and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I really want to go to and meet my friends and stuff and stuff. So we'll see. If you were bouncing on it for hours a day like that, they think you'd be very skinny. Nah, bro. You know that they never had sex on stream because they don't even know how physically, like, fucking, if you're, okay, let's actually talk about this seriously. If you've ever been on top, that shit is physically demanding.
Anymore, because now this would escalate.
Dude, my knees are fucked up. What the fuck do you think I can fucking do?
Further by including the way she looked IRL. Yes, this image shows Demi in real life. A Twitter user would make a now deleted post. I'll explain why. It's deleted.
It's deleted because Aspen Gold complimented my body. And then he went on a full-on fucking tangent.
They would make a post attaching this image and calling Demi a whale, right? Attacking how she looks, body shaming, etc., etc. Now, what would happen next was unexpected, I think, to many, especially the poster. Asmongold would come in, reply to this post, and say, only a fool. I'm pretty sure I cannot say that word on YouTube. Only a fool would post a photo like this of another girl in an attempt to shame her. For many, this is an A or even S tier body type. Only.
Wow. Wow. Speaking about my body, actually, since we're in this topic, oh my goodness gracious. I was looking at my body this morning, and for some reason, I was very unbloated today. Oof. My God. And then I don't care if I'm glazing or something. That shit felt so good. I was so unbloated today. And I was wearing like this like top that was like kind of like a tank top like this. Like that. And then like panties. I was like, damn. I was like looking at myself in the mirror. And I was like, shit. If I lock in. Guys, if I lock in, it's over. It's over. I promise you, man.
Really jealous girls with eating disorders wouldn't understand that. She carries less fat in her face than you do. Think about that. Asmon would say this because other than the picture of her body, it would also include this image of Demi, her actual face. This reply from Asmon would get almost 1 million views, and he would get a lot of hate for it. His own community was fairly outraged over the fact that just 2 months ago he had made a video titled "Fat Acceptance Has Gone Too Far," and there he was, very directly defending someone that they thought was fat, but in his opinion was an S-tier body. But here's the thing. The person who had initially posted this, right, calling her a whale and getting hundreds of thousands of views, maybe even more than 1 million, was expecting Asmon to maybe react to this and agree with them on stream. When he would come in and disagree, though, the original poster would...
Demi, no offense, but your voice suits your VTuber avatar better than your real face. I actually have a new selfie that I had that was like, I have short hair at the moment, but I was looking at my old photos. And, oh my god. I miss my long hair so fucking much, man. I look so cute with long hair. I actually miss it so bad. I need to show you this photo, actually. It's like such a cute photo. I was like, I didn't know if I were going to post this or not. I was like thinking about it, but like, god, it makes me a little bit sad because I just really miss having long hair. Nah, dude, I think I fucked up cutting my hair short. Fuck. Wait, let me find it. Pawsy champs. Let me see. Oh no, somebody's gonna think I'm getting choked out. My bad. I can't find it. Excuse me. Pawsy champs. Oh my god, it's actually a lit photo too. This is how I look like before my US interview. This was like me literally before my US interview. Hold on. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's... sorry. My bad. I'll send it to Daxter. Oh, now I want to play Minecraft. Fucking car won't stop. Won't start. Oh my god, dude. This is how can, oh dude, I got instantly rejected in that fucking US visa thingy. By the way, I'm gonna be having a new, oh, my tracker stopped. Give me a second. It crashed. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, no. I feel like if I lost weight, I would have the face that I want to have very like much so. I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel like if I just lost weight and shit, I would be exactly where I would like to be. And it comes with my face. Man. Like, look how good my skin was. This was me before my US interview, and I was just chilling out and whatever. And, like, my hair was just so, like, fluid and curly and nice and etc. And, like, I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. Rotate. Oh, shit. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Rotate to the right. Like, it was just so cute. I was like, oh my god, I miss my long hair so fucking much. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. Ah, then I got rejected to the US visa thingy. Ah, Sag. Anime ass hair, but did it look cute? Like, the hair looked cute though, right? My hair looked cute that day. Fuck. Why can't it look cute every day? I want my hair to be long again. I don't really like it being short. Let me show you another photo of my hair. Flipper, thank you so much for 24 months. And Baron's Heart, thank you so much for the prime. wait. Palsy champs, guys, are you palsy champions? If you're not palsy champions, then we're gonna have an issue. But look at my hair. I miss it. Oh, dude, look at it. Like, it's so... Oh. I feel like my hair was so cute. Like, it was like perfect. The waviness as well. I didn't even do my hair too. It was like literally just a wave like I naturally have in my hair. Waste. Just grow it back. It's taking forever. It's taking forever. Why did you cut it? Because I wanted something new. I regret it so much. If I ever say in chat, guys, I'm thinking of something new. I wanted to have short hair today. Stop me. What does it look like now? Short, very short. Shoulder length.
Without exaggeration, have a meltdown. They'd say, I mean, you call people fat all the time, bro. Let's not play the hypocrisy game. Also, photos were already publicly available. Let's not play this game, bub. Again, sit this one out. And they would continue to say, says male. So you insulted women for no reason in your response, and yes, I'll insult the whale. Have a good day, bro. Keep up the good political streams. I'll be tuning in. They would then make another post saying, also, I am a man, bro, so you trying to play hero was retarded. Just saying, man. Want to read a profile before you jump in like a simp and talk shit, lol. They would then make another reply saying, lol, this thread got
Shape now, like a 13 months.
Here, lol. I mean, please continue. Here we go with another reply.
The year
Funny how
gone
literally
by,
minus a select few
and
simps,
life
the majority
is good,
agrees with me,
Demenishki
Asmund. Take the
PL.
L, my guy. You have been racking those up lately. Gotta relax a bit, lol. This person would
Jesus Christ.
then go ahead and tag 3 different content creators, calling them out, saying, hey, you guys would love this. You might enjoy this L take from Asmund. Hey, check it out. Come here, look at this. And the last thing they would say is, people are telling me now to block Asmongold and report Mass's account. Yeah, no, I don't do that shit. It is retarded. He has a right to comment even if it is a retarded take. Unlike most people on here, I am not sensitive. He is allowed to roast me, as I will him. And yeah, shortly afterwards, this person would go ahead and delete the original post. But the reason why I'm even mentioning it was because the damage had been done. As I said, it would get a substantial amount of views, and now more people were aware of how Demi looked IRL. Most of them probably didn't even know that.
Yeah, I was pretty open about how I look like in stream all the time. I've never been not open about how I look on stream. If you look at Demi body, Demi face, you see my face. Like, it's not that hard to like even look at my face. But the fact that they like, it shows how much of the character smear they were trying to do when literally... do I think what I did deserved this kind of treatment towards me? Yes, honestly, I deserved it because I should have never interacted with that kind of group of people. That's it's like poking the stick off a lion's nest and then thinking that nothing would happen. No. Do I think I deserve it? No. Do I think that I should have known better? Yes. Oh yeah, poking some bee's nest. That's the word. Yeah. That's what I meant. Like literally, like I think I should have known better. I already know, like in one look of Chibi's account, what content he makes and what his audience are. And you see his political stuff, and you know that kind of group of people, and etc. and how much they're active on Twitter and shit. I should have known better. Should have never even like poked that like area of fucking Twitter and shit. So
That she had revealed her face and her body. But now they did. And they were using it against her in replies to her posts.
yeah, a photo that I showed. I don't know what they were expecting about me when it comes to this photo. Yeah, that's me. I don't know. Yeah, that's the photo I showed on stream. That's me. So like 6 months, I don't know what they think that my reaction would be. Yeah, I'm really happy to have a fat ass
and
and my
talked about more. I went to the Outer Wilds VOD because I was wondering WF people were talking about. Went through it and genuinely thought I was insane and started tweaking because I didn't see what the fuck people were talking about. I'm glad I was right.
Yeah, dude, it is what it is. I mean, like, it's weird. It's so weird because, like, they think that I'm gonna be affected when I literally enjoy being thick. I don't enjoy being fat, but I do enjoy being thick. So, and this photo shows me as the thickest motherfucker ever. So like, I don't know, dude. It's like, I don't know.
But don't worry, we're not going to be talking about her body too long because something else would sprout out during this whole radioactive mess. Some people would find old tweets of hers, like back in March 2023, in which she said,
I don't have BPD. Was never diagnosed with it. It was PMDD that I got diagnosed with, and then I got medicated for it, and then all the symptoms of BPD was gone.
I have BPD, which stands for borderline personality disorder. She would say, I'd like to apologize.
But PMDD and BPD is super, super, super hard to make it different because of like so many things that are quite the same, where you become kind of like crazy. You know what I mean? Like the whole like I think that BPD. I have a lot of friends with BPD, so I know exactly what it's like to have BPD when it comes with the stories that people would tell me and stuff like that, and how to deal with it. I've had friends that have manic episodes and go to me and stuff like that, and et cetera, yabba dabba dooby doos. And the difference is practically the fact that I go only crazy for 2 weeks, and I'm fine for the next 2 weeks because it was just like around the period date or whatever the fuck. I'm now medicated for it. It's great. Remember when I was unmedicated for it? Not great. Remember when I tried to be on Manjaro and then my medication stopped working? And then I started, oh my God! Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But yeah, dude, oh my God. Is it related to PMOS? Yes, it is. Yeah, so it was thankfully, BPD is a very hard mental illness to even have. And I'm really thankful that it's just something PMDD where it's just hormonal issues. She cried to Erub's clips, by the way. No, oh my God, that shit was so fucked. I was 1, getting mad at a fucking nothing, and then 1, 2, I was crying at a fucking nothing. 3, I was I was actually manic. Oh my fucking God. It was insane. It was insane. Cried for 5 minutes when she saw the John emote. Oh my God. Yeah, so yeah, we thought it was BPD. My therapist and I were talking about BPD. Then I opened up about like it's not random. My outbursts are not random, so we didn't think it was BPD anymore and stuff like that. During this time that we were about to like take tests and stuff like that for BPD. So I was like, I thought I was really sure about having BPD and stuff like that, but no, it was just my hormones being so fucked that it made me have BPD-like symptoms. So sad. Yeah, it is what it is. Same for me, diagnosed with BPD, but found out it was PMDD years later. Actually, you helped me figure that out. Really? Oh my God! What the fuck? It's so... I remember when I'm talking about EDS and all my issues, I'm very vocal about my issues and stuff like that. And it's really nice that like messages like this makes me like love being open about my issues and stuff like that, because so many people go like sometimes in comments, oh my God, yeah, I have the same issue too. And or like, oh my God, wait, Demi, I figured out I had EDS because of you. Or like, oh my God, Demi, I figured I had PMDD because of you as well. I was like, oh my God. It's great. Yeah, I didn't even know that what it was. I just thought I was insane. Yeah, no, PMDD is unironically makes you feel insane. Like your emotions are so fucking... No, dude, it feels like you're in a fucking whatever. What erectile dysfunction? What's EDS? Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
This for sometimes, in a way, sabotaging my own growth in Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm not good with change, to be honest, so when chat starts to be different and etc., I kind of freak out mentally, trying my best to be better. Much love.
Fairs. Demi, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
So this person would write an entire post of 12 paragraphs, garnering over 3 million views, attaching this image we just saw,
AI profile picture,
and would essentially say, hey, listen, my sister has BPD, so I can speak on Demi. And in it, he'd argue that much of her behavior that her haters had a problem with was due to this, saying that people with BPD will see the world in black and white, and that they will...
Have I ever had any takes that were completely black and white? No, I don't. Literally, if you actually watch me, you'd know that I've never had black and white takes. What? Also, you can't know what BPD is like just based on your sister. BPD is a whole ass... That's like saying, like, I know what depression is like for every single person. just because you have a sister or like a friend with depression. That is insane.
Will frequently engage in DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. So at this point, there were many narratives being used against Demi that honestly even I can't keep track. But look, regardless of everything, right? Whether people were using her IRL appearance or current relationship with her boyfriend.
We're mixing BPDs. Emerald is talking about borderline personality disorder, not bipolar. Shit. If I was crazy enough to fucking stream, I'd at least have it at OnlyFans to bait engagement. True! Fuck, what a waste. This would have been so... I would have become a billionaire! Fuck, dude. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When this was happening, I genuinely sat down and had to, like... I remember, like, walking around, like, shopping and shit. I was, like, really thinking about becoming, like, a Fansly account or something. Because, like, I was like, damn. I could earn so much fucking shit from this. They already did, like, the whole, like... They did the whole ass groundwork for me. I don't even have to, like, say anything. You know what I mean? Son... Like, if you think about it, I can make one post about having Fansly and I don't have to ever post about it again. Like, you can literally live your life not even knowing I had Fansly. Because they already did all the groundwork of, like, people wanting to find my Fansly or something like that already. Think about it. Is that not, like, 5 out of shit? Sag. But I kind of don't really like it. I don't like the idea. It feels, I don't know. I don't really like it. It's out of my boundaries and I'm not really comfortable. Maybe in a few years I'll be more comfortable about it, but not now. I just don't feel comfortable now. Sag. Your fault for not getting rich. I know. Sag. You should have created a Fansly bait account promising to put pussy stuff and then post some cats. I was so close in doing that, actually. I thought about so many things. I thought about making a Fansly account and then making it like Filian, so where it's just like happy photos. Because Fansly doesn't equal porn, actually. It just means a fans account. Like, you just have to pay to, like, look at the more, like, whatever. So, like, it could literally be anything. It could literally be whatever you want it to be. So... majority of it is porn going to be because like a subscription-based model for like posting photos. Yeah. So like anyway, but there are content creators who post this like happy photos that you just have to like fucking pay for. So I was thinking about that. I was like legitimately thinking about that. I was like literally going to be like, and I was like gonna post that shit on Fansly and shit. I was like gonna like do like two. I remember what I thought about too. I wanted 2 QQs. Like I was like, peace. And that's what I was going to be posting first. And I had like a whole plan out. But then I was like, but then if I have Fansly in my thingy, then people will think I'll just do porn and stuff. So what's the difference if ever I make that joke or not? Because they'll just assume it's porn anyway. You know what I mean? So like the joke will be kind of ruined by people who think that I'm actually doing porn and stuff like that. So I'm just like, But then what's the point? People already think that I already have sex. So like, what am I losing? See? Thinking, decisions.
Friend.
The difference would be hella money. Only for genius. Thinking.
BPD. Honestly, nothing mattered when put up against.
Dilly, like for 4 months, and also I don't even have to be included in the Fansly. I could just like tell a artist to animate the VTuber. That'll be good enough. Like literally, I don't even have to voice act. Nothing. Just some silent videos and shit like that. Man. Anyway, that was my train of thought on this take because the groundwork was already done for. I don't even have to do any engagement bait just for the Fansly stuff to like pop off and shit like that. It would have been free money. I could have been a millionaire right now with that shit.
Main thing that people were interested in, which was the narrative of her being piped on stream. So on June 16th, she would finally make.
I did think about it. You couldn't just upload parts of the Outer Wilds VODs apparently. Oh my god!
Tweet addressing it, and she kept it very short, saying, "If I was crazy enough to fuck on stream,
it's too late. What do you mean? Just do it." Well, I don't really like porn. I don't really enjoy it. I don't really engage with it. So maybe in the future I'll change my mind. In the future, but right now I'm not changing my mind. I literally just don't really fuck with it. Don't really fuck with the content. It's not for me. And until then, I'm not gonna do it.
I'd at least have an OF to bait engagement skull emoji. Stop forcing your cuck fantasies on others, my ass too fat to move that little.
Truing!
This would garner millions of views, but it would also garner many replies. And I mean, it's really mixed here. Looking at the top replies, one can say that genuinely half of them are siding with her and half of them are going against her, saying, yeah, dude, we have enough proof to deduce that you were actually doing it live on stream. As this was happening, Chibi would tweet this, saying, hold up. Is it true she's deleting tweets to hide evidence now? This all could have been avoided if she didn't double and triple down. My mask off ability is stronger than ever. As this was going on, he would do something that he always typically does whenever there's a conflict or drama surrounding him, which is post a screenshot of his stats, saying my stats on Twitter.
So in the future rerun, the Outer Wilds stream, open fansly, millions, quit on the spot, cinema. That's That's what I was thinking about. I did think about that. But I decided not to, Sag.
For the last 7 days, showing that he's gotten over 17 million impressions, which also means
You don't even need that community, Demi. I don't even think that that community will affect this community because they're in a different whole ass website. People who engage with that kind of stuff don't usually watch streams. They're just there for that.
money since he's monetized on the website. Now, Demi wouldn't post anything for around more than
No, it's
24
true.
hours since she would
Especially depends on the stream. Like, literally. Right? What a time to tune in. Do people actually care about Twitter impressions? Apparently so. Shit.
make that post about how if she really wanted
I didn't know too.
to get railed on stream, at least she would have an OF account. And then on June 17th, she would decide to make this post.
Yeah, I remember talking to a lot of friends before I wanted to make this post. I didn't really want to do it. I was going back and forth whether I wanted to apologize or not. But then people said don't bother. Most people said don't bother. But this was more for me to move on from it mentally because I didn't want to like look back and regret the things I did. And I thought about it and I was like, no, there are things I do regret during this whole scenario that I think was wrong. Personally, I think that I should have never, ever even tweeted to him. And I think what I said was a little bit unwarranted because of the fact that my content is supposed to be happy and shit. And I don't want more drama in my life. And I'm asking for it when I reply to these kinds of accounts. You know what I mean? So, like, in my opinion, like, yeah, I know, like, I could complain about, like, drama always finds me. But, like, at the same time, I always interact with people that create those drama narratives and create that narrative even push further and further. So, like, I was like, it's my fault. I keep poking the fucking bee's nest. Bzz, bzz. So, like, that's my fault. I should really just stop going on fucking Twitter, honestly. That's, like, the biggest point.
Saying, I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground.
I keep
because of
poking the
idea
bear.
that, why should I ever feel bad being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? But after some
You know what? People, like, when I was, like, sending this to, like, content creators and everything, and they were like, no, this is really bad PR because you're blah, 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 and they were, like, saying it. But I was, like, in my head, I was, like, I don't think an apology is an apology if it doesn't come out from me. If I let other people, like, keep on, like, editing this to make it, like, better for PR or whatever, then it's not really coming from me, and there's no point in me fucking saying the shit. Period. So, like, this was genuinely my thinking. This is like, yeah, I was ready to genuinely take this to the ground because of the idea that why should I ever feel bad for being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? Exactly. That was exactly my train of thought of why I thought I was right to do what I did and why I literally thought it was correct for me to even say the things I did. And I was like, yeah, but, like, am I not doing the same shit that he's doing? Am I not being as worse as other people doing what they're doing to me to, like, other people as well? They could literally do this kind of, like, idea of, like, why should I ever feel bad to being someone who's a piece of shit? They could say, they could make this, you can make this your reality to any person. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't like, let's say, a streamer like Ludwig, and I'm gonna be rude because I think he's a piece of shit, then what I'm doing right now is the same ideology. Not anywhere near, no, I know it's not anywhere near, but you know what I mean. If this is my ideology, is it something I want to die on? Am I really going to, like, double down on this? Am I this type of person? No, I don't think so. I don't kind of want this to define me, and I kind of want to no, I don't think so. After some reflection, the thought occurred to me: do I really want to go as low as him? Though the answer is no. As you can see, like, throughout this whole video, you can see him doing the most hypocritical fucking shit, but, like, I should have never even did what I did. Went from making reasonable boundaries for NSFW art to Chibi going after you and wanting an apology from you. No, but the thing is, I poked the bear by even replying to him. I should have just blocked him on sight. That's the thing. I should have just blocked him on sight. I shouldn't even have said anything. Yes, what I did was technically, like, am I right for not knowing, like, the suicide thingy? Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I said what I said because I personally think that there's no scenario that a friend group chooses the side of a fiance that cheats. I can't even fathom friends siding with a cheater. Exactly. True. Literally true. However, would I have brought it up if I knew he was suicidal because of it? No, I admitted it in my previous state, so why didn't I apologize? Because he's doing this and doing that and blah, blah, blah. But I thought about it, and that kind of ideology is quite harmful. It is. This ideology is like, why should I be nice to somebody who's a piece of shit? And this ideology that I've had for years is the reason why I'm always in drama. Exactly. You see this? This is the issue. Me, in every single drama I've ever been, it has always started because I have this ideology. Why should I ever feel bad about being rude to someone who's a piece of shit? And that's why I'm always in this fucking drama shit, is because I think there's no reason to be nice to people that I don't respect. But at the same time, I'm just spreading more hate. And do I really want to spread more hate in the world when there's already so many? Exactly. So now I genuinely apologize, and I don't think I'm ever going to do this again because, like, I don't have that ideology anymore. I think you're wasting your time being rude to someone who's a piece of shit when you can just ignore them. Why waste your energy towards people that don't fucking matter? So now I genuinely changed my take on this. I don't have this take anymore. I think that you're wasting your own time thinking that you're going to change somebody else's opinion and shit like that just because whatever. You're wasting your time, and you're probably better off like literally saying nothing than like whatever. You know what I mean? I think that I personally want peace in my life as well. I don't want people think I'm a drama farmer, and I don't mean to be. But with this ideology, I will be in it. And if I don't change, then like I will always be in drama, and I don't want that. I don't like it. It actually stresses me out. I hate drama. Anyway, however, would I have brought it up if I knew it was suicidal and I didn't do it? Why didn't I apologize? I even admitted that it was wrong because he's this and he's that. But I thought about it, and that ideology is quite harmful. I knew it was wrong and then admitted it twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. It was a low blow, even if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was intentionally being a piece of shit or not. I don't want to stoop to his level. True. Because that's literally what he's been doing the whole time. I'd rather be better and learn from mistakes. And that's it. That's my reality check. I wish I realized this sooner, or I've always had that like take, because then I would have never been in bad Twitter drama ever. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Reflection, the thought occurred to me, do I really want to go as low
You could never stoop to his level though? He's really that awful? I don't think so. I think you could always shift the narrative. You know what I mean? You can always shift the narrative at any time that you want. And I don't want people having to be in any narrative of like any more drama or something like that with me being included. I don't think my community deserves that. I don't think I should even be wasting my time on that shit. And yeah, that's what I genuinely think. I don't think that I should be wasting my energy towards this. I could be like literally, I was in Japan during this. Why the fuck was I even entertaining this shit in Japan? I'm taking a break that's literally paid by my viewers. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
him though? And the answer was no. I said what I said because I personally...
Yeah, no, instead of me just like being happy in Japan, I was busy like arguing about this shit. What a waste of time, isn't it? What a waste of time. I should have just been better. I'm better now, I know that. But yeah, hindsight is 2020. What can you do?
I think that there's no scenario.
You should delete Twitter off your phone. No, I think that like I have a very good outlook to it now in Twitter. I have fun in Twitter now again. If you look at my like shit in Twitter, it's just all like art and happiness and whatever. I do not have any single thing about like depressive shit or like anger in my Twitter feed whatsoever.
Friend group chooses the side of a fiance that cheats. I can't even fathom friends siding with a cheater. However, would I have brought it up if I knew that he was suicidal because of it? No.
Ziamson, thank you so much for 8 months.
In the previous
But yeah, that's my take.
Demoblop.
That's my take. Still delete Twitter would be my advice, I think that it's good to learn what makes you tick instead of removing the whole ass thing that makes you tick. Does that make sense? Like, if I were to quit smoking, I need to be okay with the fact that other people smoke.
So why didn't I apologize?
So me deleting Twitter is not gonna, like, it's like a band-aid solution. You know what I mean? So, like, if I have Twitter right now and stuff and I see those rage baiting bullshits or whatever and I'm able to ignore it, I really feel like I've grown.
Because he's this and that, blah, blah, blah. But I thought about it, and that kind of ideology is quite harmful. I knew I was wrong, and I admitted that twice, but I didn't apologize. So after reflection, I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. It was a low blow, even if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was intentionally.
But
being
yeah,
a
this
piece of
was
shit.
truly from my voice and my voice only, and truly what I thought, what my thoughts and whatever about these things, truly from me and only from me, and that's what makes this feel great. So I can, like, because of this tweet, I can go back to this and just, like, laugh about it, because it's just so hard to take seriously. Like, the whole sex on stream joke, it's funny, but, like, I think that some people think that it's so funny that they just, like, post it in every tweet that I say or something like that, which I feel like I'm like, damn, do you not have any more jokes or shit? My goodness.
I want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes. So this was Deme essentially saying, look, I know what I did. I know I've already said it was wrong, but I didn't apologize. So at this point, I don't want to stoop as low as someone like Chibi. I do want to apologize. I had no
Love
idea
my
that he almost left this planet
unapologetic
due to
furry
Kim back to
viewer.
get 10 months.
this happening to him. So I'm sorry. I'll apologize, even if you were intentionally being a piece of shit. Now, Deme had reached this conclusion, right? She felt this was the right thing to do. There were some people who
Now you're strong for that. I'm an asshole. I would have said worse things to him.
supported her, but for the most part, the replies were either littered with, this isn't a real apology, you owe Chibi more than that, and why did you apologize? Chibi doesn't deserve an apology.
Yeah, no, I knew that no matter this post, some people like misunderstood my point of this post. They think that I'm like trying to like put down the hate. I don't give a fuck about people who already like made their opinions about me. This was for me. This was for literally me, for me to move on, for me to accept what I did was wrong, and for me to literally be able to look back into this and accept that I'm like, yeah, this happened, and that's it. These people don't expect a punch back while trying to swing. Yerp.
Now, shortly before this apology, Chibi would make this tweet saying, keeping it real and personal. I think the reason Deme attacked my personal life like she did was because 95% of the time people get
No, I think people attacked Chibi's personal life because he defends shit that people deem extremely weird.
away with it. You all have seen the tweets people have made about me.
And he's openly racist. Not that people get away with it.
So the fact this blew up in the VTuber Demi's face is even a shock to me, and I know it is for her. Every post she makes has a shit ton of likes, but you're hard-pressed to find a single positive comment defending her, and if you
That's because your community is completely, literally liking each and every one of the tweets while mine are busy doing other things in life. If you want to find the good in the comments, there was always good in the comments. Not everybody has the time to literally like fucking do that kind of shit. People have jobs.
they are ratioed. Now, I'm not saying she's botting, but I know others can push bots
I have a job. I ain't got time to fight someone else's drama for them type shit. Yeah, exactly.
in someone's
That
post.
shit is so unemployed.
It's not normal for a post to get that many likes, like 99%.
Looking at his bot army and they're 24/7 on Twitter. Yeah, if you look at a lot of like people on this like feed or whatever, if you click on them, they literally tweet for every single hour.
the comments totaling hundreds or even thousands disagreeing with the main post. But on to the real point, I legit have weathered so much hatred that truthfully these last few days have been nothing. Nothing compares to the real life pain I experienced months ago. The worst day I had is behind me and I have grown mentally stronger because of it. It's just funny seeing how I can cause a massive crash out on this scale for someone that
Crash out. I didn't crash out.
is more successful than me. Anyways, just my throwaway thoughts on this entire situation was an extremely rare
Crash
miscalculation that I
out.
didn't even expect. So here Chibi was pretty much, I guess, gloating that this had blown up in Demi's face, even though she's more successful than him.
It blew up from your fucking viewers botting the shit out of their tweets so that it's more believable that I had sex on stream, and then it became a narrative that people liked because it was popular. What?
While also kind of accusing her of botting, or at least her community of botting, saying that her posts get way too many likes compared to how many people are willing to defend her in the replies.
Maybe because they're employed? What?
What do you think? Are they bots or are they simply employed? Up to you to decide. Upon seeing the apology, Chibi would make this tweet saying, after days of doubling down, Deme has finally decided to apologize to me at the end of her latest tweet. Before she did that, however, she made sure to call me a piece of shit along with a...
I mean, yeah, you don't have to go on your knees just because you want to apologize for doing a mistake. I'll die in a hill. If you think that just because somebody did you wrong, they need to go on their knees and fucking apologize to you, I'm not your fucking friend. I don't fucking know you. You're a random person online that I just like went too far off and I should be better. That's it.
few other things despite saying she won't stoop low. Progress, I guess. So to Chibi, yeah, she did apologize, but it wasn't really an actual real apology, but hey, at least it's progress. A few hours later...
No, it's true though. You do not have to ever go down on your knees and apologize to somebody as long... The apology, in my opinion, this is an apology. An apology is somebody admitting that they fucked up, why they fucked up, the reason for it, why and what they'll do to change, and stuff like this, and what the ideology that they had before that even made them fuck up in the first place that they want to change. You're apologizing because you yourself don't want to do this again. You don't apologize to fix, like, there are some things in life where you realize that, like, you don't do an apology just because you want to fix a relationship or something like that. It's because you just want to admit, like, and tell to the other person's face that, like, yeah, no, I did wrong. That was my fault. That comes after. When you apologize, you cannot be like, yeah, you're a piece of shit person, but I'm sorry. If you look at the original tweet, I literally only admitted to doing wrong. Why do I have to, like, fucking, like, tell Chibi that he's great? What? That makes no sense to me. That literally makes no sense to me. He's not my friend. He's a random person that I know and only know because he's literally a shit person. That's the only reason why he went to my fucking For You page before about the whole thing. And that's the only reason why. But, like, dude, literally...
Sorry for bringing up a memory that made someone suicidal. It was a low blow even if I didn't know, regardless of whether he was...
I think that, like, people are so used to people of, like, streaming world doing PR apologies where they're literally down on their knees and shit like that. They don't even fucking mean. They don't literally mean it. You owe people an apology if you cross the line, not glazing.
Actually being a piece of shit. I don't want to stoop to his level. I'd rather be better and learn from my mistakes.
Those people will try again to feel seen since they have to bot their shit for engagement.
So this was Deme essentially saying, look, I know what I be. I'm sorry, inclusion or literally doesn't keeping it real with it. So it is for you do for a photo place cuts on the channel. Many people are willing to defend her, saying get it out, she's too low than me. Willing to defend her in the reply. She made sure to call me a piece of shit, along with a few other things, despite saying she won't stoop low. Progress, I guess. So to Chibi, yeah, she did apologize, but it wasn't really an actual real apology, but hey, at least it's progress. A few hours later, he would make another tweet saying, despite VTuber Deme offering me an apology that called me a piece of shit and she will never stoop low, Deme went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. However,
Discord for my community, me making a comment towards my community. Why the fuck will I mention you? I'm talking to my community. The fuck? If you're saying sorry to do it, you do better. That's it. There's a lot of people who not only might not say it, it doesn't really matter if they are sorry or not. It's worse to just keep being an asshole and not recognizing your mistakes. There's always that type of person apologizing while keeping doing the same things over and over. True. True. But yeah, no, that was my ideology. This is like my apology was from my thoughts and everything and my thought process. If you read it, you could hear my thought process of what I thought and etc. blah, 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 blah.
Prior to the Discord messages, she privately DM'd me on Twitter apologizing. So this means her private apology to me in DMs wasn't sincere at all, which is why I am showing it. So this was the screenshot of what Deme said in the Discord.
Yeah, no. It's never for them. It wasn't for the haters to stop fucking hating me. That's what I'm... Oh God, they're so illiterate. It's so fucking insane to me. It's no wonder the original tweet went so badly already when it was already just me addressing to my community when they fucking can't read. Like, how can I argue or whatever when you can't fucking read? It's so obvious that I'm talking... This is a public Discord. You can join the Discord any fucking time. I'm not saying some secret message that only, like, Discord viewers will know about this. Like, what the fuck? You think it's a public Discord. Anybody can fucking join it.
You think I'm doing like secret? I'm announcing. It's my announcement that everybody can see, subbed or not. Oh my god, bro. The narrative like pushing. My god.
I'm gonna read it out. She
Crazy,
said,
dude.
"I'm seeing a lot of
Yes, me talking to my Discord. It was never for them. What do you think I'm talking about? I'm talking about the fact that I don't mind the fact that people are gonna do what they want to do. Please do not get mentally fucked up from it, because I know my viewers are literally seeing that shit. What the fuck?
messages here in the Discord. Please, crying emoji. It was never for them. They would have never been any of my viewers. Look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. I personally
Exactly. Not only.
think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing
Wow, it's like. What did I say there? Exactly what I said during the. That's exactly what I said during the original tweet. Hello?
something too. And then he would show the image of her sending him a DM saying,
Oh my god, look! Me being the literal better person, actually DMing the person that I fucked up with. That only shows me to be good if I'm being honest. I didn't even tell anybody I DM'd him. I did not tell anybody I DM'd him. I literally just DM'd him because I felt like it was the right thing to do.
Chibi, genuinely my bad for making you remember something that traumatized you. I had no idea when I made that first message. So
But then, like, he changed the narrative. Like, dude.
look, objectively speaking, right? Chibi is wrong here. He'd say Demi went on to posting this on her official Discord saying the apology was never intended for me. I'm pretty sure he's referencing the first paragraph here, her saying it was never for them. I'm pretty sure here she was saying that this apology wasn't for anyone who was trying to slander her name.
See, it's almost like when you can actually read, you know exactly what you're reading it for when you know context. Though you're reading comprehension.
Anyone who was saying that she was getting railed. Anyone that was calling her a hypocrite. She would specifically say, look at any of their profiles and realize that I angered the group of people that I would have banned in my chat anyway, literally.
True! True!
Maybe Chibi's referencing her last sentence. I did this apology not only for me, but for my community to be able to move on. But
It's almost like it's just more of an additional thing.
could specify, I personally think I can genuinely think someone else is a piece of shit. Here she's referencing Chibi while realizing I'm in the wrong for doing something too. Someone would reply to Chibi's post saying, I still wouldn't trust it, but that's me. And then Chibi would say, she straight up admitted it wasn't an apology to me with these posts, so there's nothing to trust.
What could you
Again,
do, man?
I would think.
This is the reason why I said that this was for me, because I knew for a fact that they're gonna like, they love drama, dude. These kinds of people love drama, and I don't. So I'm washing my hands with the shit that I touched, and I'm good now because I did that, and I feel great for it.
Most people looking
That's
at
the reason why I think my tweet about that, the whole apology thing, made me literally be able to look back at this and laugh. Because I genuinely feel like I did everything I could, and just like hindsight is 20/20. You know what I mean? So like, I personally think that like, as long as I feel like I did the best that I could during the time that I knew, and etc., I just don't feel like I have anything to regret. Nobody's perfect. I'm not gonna handle every situation perfect as other people would. I'm still just a person that's still like trying to learn how to do things and how to live life.
this wouldn't really understand it the same way, but regardless of whether she actually meant it
Holy blue check marks, yeah,
towards him or
true.
not, Chibi was not convinced. He was not ready to let this die down.
Another YouTube video, of course.
On June 18th, he would make a post saying, VTuber Demi has apologized to me, but do I accept it or deny it? Linking a video and an image of Demi's model on the ukulele apology. At this point, though, people had already somewhat started to move on.
You know what's so funny? He's farming it. Yeah, I mean, that's what he literally has to do to like make ends meet, I guess. I don't know. But like, you know what's crazy? I can't believe I don't know how to play the ukulele. All my friends do. Especially like in the Philippines, so many people are able to like fucking play the ukulele. I can't.
But to the people who were still invested, there were many mixed opinions. She didn't mean this. She was forced to make this apology. Or she
Oh no, I felt like I wanted to.
actually meant it. Or even if she didn't mean it, just move on already and get to something else. In this video of his, he would reiterate what he's already said on Twitter. The fact that this wasn't a real apology, the fact that her Discord message disproved what she was saying to him in DMs,
No!
while giving a full 17-minute recap of what happened so far, and of course referencing the whole idea of her getting railed on stream. Watch.
Trying to retweet NSFW of her model, despite saying she doesn't want it. But even prior to this, she literally has these streams where she's making
He looks like that.
very suggestive and adult-like sounds. And you know, let's just go on a limb here and humor the fact of what some people are saying, that Demi, you know, wasn't getting, you know, stuff like that in the live stream. Okay. The sounds, the way it is presented...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that, like... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm a better person now.
...is very suggestive. Now, I'm gonna say, I don't care if a VTuber or anyone wants to do that. What I am saying is that she had the audacity to do stuff like that within a stream, even if nothing was happening, and then goes on to do stuff like this. It's just like, you know what you're doing. It feels very performative. It feels...
Of course. Yeah, I want to make so much jokes, but I can't. I'm not poking the bear. I'm not poking the bear. I'm not. I'm a
very
better person.
hypocritical and virtue signaling.
So yeah, it seemed like Chibi was not backing down from this. He was still using the same talking points.
Yeah, well, I moved on, so things are like fine. It is what it is.
Simply reiterating them on the video, while also insisting that other than the Discord message making it sound disingenuous, she couldn't even say the word sorry in DMs, she could only say my bad. Again, proving to him that this wasn't real. He would
What?
then end his video by saying this.
Her. That's content creation. The internet will not let you forget. So even if she was to apologize to me, people, that wouldn't be enough for them. Even if it was enough for me, it wouldn't be enough for them. But I will say, if she genuinely does want to apologize, I will accept an actual apology instead of these backhanded, back and forth things going on, trying to label me a piece of shit just for being weird. It's
just for being weird. That's not what I said. I said very many things of why I think that. We don't want to iterate. Okay.
all this started from me calling you a virtue signaler. I would like to remind that. So
for Chibi, the narrative had not changed here.
Very weird that she's constantly running to Discord every time. It's almost like I'm in a vacation, and the only way for me to talk to my community is through my Discord. Thinking, maybe not there.
He was the victim, she was his aggressor.
What?
But if she still
Was?
to make a sincere apology to him, he's willing to forgive her. What do you think of this? Is he right here, or is he moving the goalpost to the point where Demi can never win? Now, speaking of Demi, it seems like she genuinely moved on from this and isn't interested in pursuing it further. On June 18th, the same day Chibi would post his video, she would tweet out, "I have never had this much compliments with how I look before.
Yeah, that was so sweet. Oh my god. So many, oh Lord have mercy. I'm a very insecure person. That's the whole reason why I became a VTuber, actually. I know for a fact that I'd be better off as a non-VTuber because my content is more off legitimately, like, everybody knows that. All my friends know that. They're like, Demi, I think you would flourish way more being an in-your-life streamer and streaming your life and stuff like that, and et cetera, or like being a facecam streamer, because a lot of people go like, yeah, I wouldn't watch Demi because of the VTuber. A lot of people say that. But people would watch me even if I wasn't a VTuber. But I kind of like being a VTuber. It's really comfy. It's really super fucking comfy. And I really enjoy it. And I really, really, really love it. And so I won't be not becoming a VTuber anytime soon. Maybe in the future when, like, whatever. Yeah, no, I don't know. I enjoy both. Or, well, I enjoy VTubing more. But if I truly wanted to grow as a YouTuber or, like, let's say a streamer or put out my name like that or, like, becoming, like, a fucking, like, humongous more streamer and stuff like that, people relate more to a face than a VTuber when it comes to, like, more of, like, the normie area and stuff like that when it comes to Twitch.
But
Excuse me. But yeah, that's all. I think that I don't know, dude. I saw Bao doing more inner life content, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit jealous. It's nice. I'm seeing her get out of like VTubing a little bit more and more as time goes by, and I could see that shit, and I'm like, damn, must be nice. Must be nice, must be nice.
Insecure with being a bigger girl and struggle to lose weight because of EDS and PMOS. Maybe I'll send an update photo of my progress since a lot of people are liking old.
I want to make an upgrade progress when I make significant changes. I want to be until like 200 pounds. Right now I'm like 210. I need to lose like 10 more pounds and I'll post a photo.
Tweets. This would get a lot of attention, and yet again, the replies will be very mixed. On one hand, they're not willing to let her forget what she did to Chibi unless she apologizes, and on the other, well, they were just... just be gooners, okay? And with that, congratulations, you're all caught up on this absolute radioactive mess. Here's hoping it doesn't progress further. All right, so final thoughts. If I had to compare this to something, I would compare it to World War I. You know, history books tell you that World War I started because Austria's Archduke, Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated. But after 4 years of one of the most brutal wars in human history, after millions dead, do you think anyone in 1918 thinking about the war was like, oh yeah, I remember how it started? No.
Oh, if people knew about the history of why that like thing even happened with the Outer Worlds thing, if they find out that like, why would, if you even question it once, you'd have this, like you're smart enough than majority of people. If you think, why are they bringing up something that happened 9 months ago, coincidentally only now, trying to bot that shit and like try to make this public now and not before when it happened? It's because they want to do a character smear all at once. And that's like literally, if you ever think about, if you ever question it once, like, why would they only do it now? It's a 10 fucking month VOD. It's almost like it's a coordinated attack that they always do towards people that they don't agree with.
It had escalated to something so crazy that it didn't really matter how it started. And that's the same exact thing here. How did this thing start? Who cares? This had blown up past the stratosphere with allegations against Demi that she was being railed on stream. This was never about what she said to Chibi or her not being okay with NSFW art of her that involved her getting railed. Look, a few years ago, this would have been petty, D-tier level drama, but if you've noticed, especially since the beginning of this year, dramas, no matter how small, seem to be dragged out and blown up way.
True. It's because drama farmers have literally, nothing's been happening recently at all. Have you ever noticed that not many streamers interact with any more new streamers? Ever? Especially the big VTubers? Have you ever noticed that nobody interacts with anybody anymore as before? It's because they have been farmed shit from drama. Again and again with these blue accounts over and over and over again and again and again and again. And so now everybody learned their lesson. Hard lesson to learn. It's better off just not even interacting with them at all.
Beyond proportion to the point where it doesn't make sense anymore. I don't think it's purely just because people have a thirst for drama these days more than usual, but I also think it's due to this logic, with this person right here quote tweeting the clip where allegedly Demi got railed, saying, "I'm choosing to believe that Demi is an exhibitionist and got cracked on stream, not because it's true, but because it's funny."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's so far-fetched that like I can't take this shit seriously too. I don't really blame it. Fairs.
Sometimes believing in something is just way funnier than not believing in it. And I'd say if I really had to explain—
What time is it? I have to go. I have to take a shower and become really presentable soon.
why this blew up to the point where it did, it's because of this logic. And if you ever needed a reminder as to why you should never download Twitter if you don't have it on your phone, then I think this video served its purpose in that regard. So yeah, thank you so much for watching until the end. I appreciate it so much. I'm very curious to hear what you think about this.
YouTube, once you watch this, what do you think? Do you think press 1 in the YouTube video if you think I had sex on stream? Press 2 if you don't.
Fest in the comment. And if you want to see exclusive content of me, then definitely make sure to check out Stacked. I love you so much, platonically, don't get any ideas, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is.
I feel like this is very fair of a video. I feel like he, a lot of people got mad at him apparently or something for, I feel like, I mean, shit, it's already an hour. I don't want it to be fucking longer. Damn. Sheeshers me yeeshers. Good thing he put that disclaimer at the end. Surely.
Mwah.
I feel like it's very neutral. I think when it comes to these kind of channels, it's very important. I feel like Mujin unfortunately had to learn the hard way that you cannot be personally like there